Hello everyone, thank you for coming. I see the chat is popping already. Let me know if audio levels are good. I think music's a little low. There we go. I think that's good compared to my voice. Oh, my voice is way louder. Sorry about that. Alright. Show a haircut. I am not going to do that right now, only because I'm very, very greasy, and I can't do anything about that because my barber told me to stop washing my hair so much. So I've just been washing it with water every day, and that doesn't help it. But I see we got Rancid Yogurt, we got Nuts and a Mocha, we got Noxinator in the chat already. I appreciate the three of you coming by. I swear I'll eventually go back to using webcam, especially since I got this lovely new ring light, courtesy of Noxinator, as well as the webcam, of course, but I've already said that. And the mic, I guess. Really everything. So yeah, Facecam will come back, but just not today. Today, well, you guys already know why we're here. It says it in the title. It says it on my social medias. We are looking through my very, very old DeviantArt account today. Now, I'm not sure if you guys had a DeviantArt account. I know some of you did. DeviantArt's been around for a little while. I don't know exactly what year, but this is where everyone in my generation, and honestly, basically kids these days as well, post all their embarrassing early art, which most people like to just delete off the face of the internet for some more serious reasons, some less so. They're just a little bit ashamed of it. And I get that. For me personally, I thrive off this old embarrassing garbage. I love this stuff. I love looking through it. I love that slightly embarrassing feeling. It's so funny to me. I love looking through this stuff. It's an important part of my development as an artist as well. If anybody ever feels bad about their art, let's take a journey through my old stuff and see just where I came from. Because this wasn't too long ago. This is high school. I see some people post their high school art. I see high schoolers these days post their art. My niece in particular, she's an amazing artist already. I think she's like 16. So, and then I look at her art, and I look at my old art, I'm like, dang. So honestly, I guess the moral here is to not really give up your artistic passions, because you just gotta keep doing it, and that's it. No, regardless of your skill level. But hello, Mark. I'm glad you stopped by as well. I've been looking forward to doing this for a little while now. So I really like doing my sketchbook tour, and I was gonna go find old other sketchbooks that I have. I know I have several more, but I figured, you know, I have a lot of stuff digitally already. Funny to see all the Digimon I'm playing Next Order right now. Do you like Next Order? I didn't know you were getting into Digimon like that. Next Order is a very acquired taste as well, because that one's more of a virtual pet kind of deal. But I love Next Order though. I'm really into that stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna go through these one by one. I want to go from oldest to newest. Kuma, thank you for stopping by. I know you are. I think you're currently streaming as well, huh? Well, I know you're lurking, so I appreciate the lurk. Let's start scrolling. I think it's about time to start. Let's give this a little scroll. I want to avoid spoilers as much as possible. I did give this a scan real quick earlier, just to make sure this was appropriate for stream, which I don't have. I have mature content locked on this particular account. This is my newer account. This is my NeoDoodles account. The account that we're looking at today is NeoDoodot. This is the name I used to go by. It says it right here. And this was my first online name, and I got it from Neopets. I remember when I was 8 years old, they said, oh, choose a username, and I'm like, okay, Brandon. And they're like, no, that's taken. I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm trying to perceive usernames here. This song's a little bit louder. I'm gonna turn it down slightly. I'm trying to perceive usernames, and they're like, yeah, you can't have numbers in it. So I made up a nonsense word, Neo as in Neopets, and then Doodot because it doesn't mean anything. And then later on, that eventually transformed to NeoDoodles, where we're at today, for more of an artistic spin on the name. But yeah, let's start this up. So we're gonna start with my very first deviation. This was titled Magma X. The description says, this character was created by my friend, but I altered his look extremely, so this is my own original design. Now that sounds a little scummy, because my friend made this. I'm gonna actually not do this view mode here. Can I do theater view? Yeah, theater view is good. That's kind of almost centered. Whatever, it's fine. This is, so my friend Navin. This is one of my. I guess I shouldn't use real names. My friend. Whatever. I've already said it. From the 5th grade. Still friends with him to this day. He was my only other art friend in the 5th grade. Now, we used to make comics of each other's characters. We would just collaborate, and like our characters would be other characters with different personalities, but they would look exactly the same in each other's comics. So we both had our alternate versions of each other's characters. And his character's name was Fire Guy. It was this bald little guy. I'm gonna actually show you. I'm gonna show you exactly what he looked like, because I can do that here. That's right. Let me turn this on. I have my, let's see. I have my tablet ready for some drawing. I'm gonna show you guys briefly what Fire Guy looked like. No shade to my 5th grade friend, my 5th grade buddy, because my characters didn't look much better at the time. So this is what Fire Guy looked like at the time, alright? He had a circle head. He had a little tiny flame on his head, right? Okay. A little fire inside of it. His eyes were distinctly downturned like that. And they had a dot in the middle of them like this. Very pointy nose. And that was Fire Guy. Oh, I think he had a sleeveless shirt as well. It was like a vest thing. Like that. Oh, maybe he had a... Actually, I think his neck was showing. I think that's what Fire Guy looked like, right? I think he had legit hands as well, like not orbs, but whatever. That's what Fire Guy looked like. So I thought it was okay later on in life to redesign him like this. A little bit more anime. I also dropped the name Fire Guy because I didn't like the name Fire Guy. Also welcome Eskiden and Ryan. I'm just going to call you Ryan because you don't care about using your real name. To the little DeviantArt Tour. I'm saying don't steal your friend's characters, but we had kind of a mutual agreement. In his version of the characters, I know I've mentioned my character Browy before, the little caveman guy. He was like an earth spirit in his comics, and he had his own spin on it as well. So if you have an agreement with your friend, it's okay to, I guess, borrow certain aspects of it. But moving on from Magma X. Redrawing others' OCs from memory, that's an idea. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Magma X, this sweater that he's wearing, I ended up drawing a lot of characters in this particular sweater. I was so proud of this clothing design. I don't know where it came from. I don't draw it anymore, obviously, but I was like, this is sick. I want this IRL. But I never got it, obviously, because it doesn't exist. But yeah, I mean, solid design. I'll redraw them eventually one day. Alright, so that is my very first deviation. Let's see, when was this? September 15th, 2007. So this is all starting from 2007. How many years ago is that? I don't even know how many years. I can't count. But if anybody can do the math in the chat, I welcome it. What is that? That's 13, 14... 14 years ago. Jeez. Alright, cool. Well, 14 years ago, Magma X. That's not a bad start, but I think it gets slightly worse and then slightly better before, I don't know, we start seeing some good stuff. Do you remember that rumor that DeviantArt would purge your account if you uploaded past 500? What? Really? I didn't hear that rumor. I know it's fake, but I never heard that. I didn't get too involved with the communities and all that like some other people did. I mean, I have 100. Let's see, how many followers do I have on this account? Let's see, NeoDuda, 149 watchers. I'm not even watching my own account. Let's give it 150. Congrats, NeoDuda. You hit 150, buddy. You did it. We'll be 15 in less than like 2 weeks. That's true. We're about to hit the 15th anniversary of Magma X. All right, we got a lot to go through, so we're gonna carry on. Okay, so this one's a little iconic. What's this one? This one's just called Brandon. So this is how I used to draw. I mean, you can see right on the stream there, right here, right, my new avatar and this old one. Obviously, this is a direct evolution of that. So it's kind of cool to see the difference that 14 years has made. Used a more rounded look. No nose, obviously. But the eyebrows are weirdly small here. I'm not too into that. What's going on here? I also don't have my teeth. So I don't know. This is all done on MS Paint. So I used to have to use MS Paint as my primary art program back then. This is September 16th, 2007 as well. What do I say? This is a drawing I did of myself on MS Paint. No, I don't have Photoshop. I didn't have anything back then. I remember celebrating 666 deviations. Someone immediately commented negative. That's too many. What? But that's like an iconic number. Yeah, no, a lot of this will be a lot of like, you'll see my current art in my old art. I haven't changed a little bit, even a little tiny bit. But MS Paint was my platform. So when I did a thing like my Art Alive stream, where I was drawing in an old Sega Genesis game and I was having some degree of success, it's because I used to draw primarily in, I almost said in DeviantArt. I used to draw in MS Paint. Should make a VTuber of that guy for when you play retro games. Just make it all blocky? That's not a bad idea. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. I wish Cheesy Art was still around. I don't remember my old DeviantArt name. A Sheezy. I remember. I don't know if I had a Sheezy Art account. I remember it though. I had back in the only art platforms I was on was this, and I had a Fur Affinity account, but I never really used it. And maybe I might have posted one thing. Oh, and I used to a lot of my art I used to post to starman.net, which is like the Earthbound fan site. So I think a lot of my art's still up there because I was really, really, really into Earthbound in high school. Oh, Tagaki as well. Let's power through this because I feel like there's gonna be some references to some of those. But this drawing in particular of me is a little iconic because it's kind of my online art journey start. I know Magma X was technically uploaded first, about 2 days, but this is the important one. Oh, this one's called Brandon Insomnia with a little underscore in between. So this is I drew this. The shirt I'm wearing, my god. Okay, so this shirt that I'm wearing, it actually says Uncle Neil's Toy Mountain Drive. So that's Uncle Neil is like a musician in Scarborough or Toronto or whatever, and I went to my uncle's like band, his playing, and it was for a toy drive, and then he gave out this shirt, and I was wearing it a lot. And I guess I had shorts at the time, which I don't remember wearing shorts ever. And my comment for this one is, I drew this when I had absolutely no sleep. This was my setup of my room. So here's my window in the corner here. That is that big line behind me. That is my bed. So these things are messy sheets. I used to sit against my bed, and my mouse, which is like an old ball scroll wheel mouse, used to be on my computer, and I'm looking at the screen. So we are the computer screen right now. It wasn't the best, but I was very poor, and that's all we had. All right. But once again, the resemblance between these two is pretty funny to look at. Current VTuber, never change. What do we got now? Ooh, Pit. I dated this one too, October 11th, 2007. This is when I think he was announced for Smash Bros. Let's see. I drew this for the celebration of the upcoming release of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Pit is awesome with a little anime face. So that's great. Oh, I'm not gonna look through comments because those are maybe personal. I'm gonna be exposing some other people, but this is good for high school. I mean, it's not bad for high school. Like, I don't dislike my old art. I think it's fun to look through. And honestly, kudos to old Neo for being able to make money in high school off commissions, and this was like the quality of my art at the time. So good for you, kid. I went and saw some of my old comments and wanted to die, which is why I hide my art. Yeah, I was looking through my old journals earlier. I'm not going to be exposing anyone else's DeviantArt on here, obviously. Nobody wants that. But my comments are brutal. I'm gonna show you guys my profile. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna show you all the journals. If you guys want, it's neodudot@deviantart.com. You can check it all out if you want. But I'm gonna show you guys at least my bio. My art is embarrassing. It's what I was saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, upcoming release of Smash Bros. Brawl. There's a lot of Brawl stuff in here. You guys are going to see a ton of Brawl art. That was my life at the time. 2007. When did it come out? It came out 2008? I don't know. But yes, Sticky Poo asked, there will be a lot of... the reason why I'm not going to show like journals and stuff in comments is because I feel like you're going to be in there a lot. And a lot of our old interactions are pretty embarrassing. But it's pretty funny though. Alright, so let's move on. What do we got next? Clovers. So I took this for a media arts class in high school. Clover photo. And I thought this was the sickest looking thing. I'm like, man, photography is easy. It's obviously not. And my comment is, I don't know. I took pictures of clovers, I guess, with a dumb little face. Thought I was going to get into photography. I didn't, but this is honestly kind of an aesthetically pleasing photo anyway. Threw my camera on the ground and just went for it. Alright, let's move on, because show the comments. Let's see down, is there any? I'm not going to show any more comments than this, but this is my cousin saying, never mind, I'm not going to say that. Fair, so that's what I mean, already problematic comments. It was 2007, right? People were different people back then and people grow. But that is the last of the comments we're going to show, and that is a good example of why. Alright, so we got, oh, this one's good. Brandon in your eye. I don't know what this means. I actually still have this shirt. I used to wear this shirt all the time. It was a long sleeve shirt that is held up to this day with a little flame, little smiley face on it. Look at my hair go. Look how wild that is. I don't know what the yellow eyes is for. I thought that was just like edgy and fun. Just another one of me. I used to draw my, I guess not really a Sona, but like my version of me at like, this is how I distinctly drew me, because I used to draw regular people more of an anime style, but me, I had this like rounded head look, no nose or whatever, and I still like to keep that. And I was developing the eyebrows more at this time, right? I was learning how to draw regular hands, looks like. That's kind of nice. Alright, let's move on. This one's not super interesting. I just like how I still have that shirt. Oh, cute. This one says cute. My eyebrows are growing along with me. Yeah, they're massive now. This one, I'm not going to say her name, but this was a girl I had a major crush on in high school. I became super good friends with her at the time, but we had just nothing in common. She was like really into like Tim Burton movies, and I freaking hated like Nightmare Before Christmas, and just like as much as I would have liked to be that edgy person for her, I just wasn't. Even if I looked the part, I just couldn't lie to myself. But she was cool anyway, and I drew this little picture for her. I actually gave this to her, I think, because that was what you did at the time. So good for me. What did I say? This is kind of old. I still kind of like this one. Doesn't get more of a description than that. Oh, very good. Okay. Preserving anonymity even back then. I scare away so many crushes by drawing them art. I don't know, she seemed to be appreciative of it, because we... oh yeah, that's the thing. You draw pictures of your crushes. That's the thing. I think she was cool with it, because I think we went trick-or-treating together after this. I have pictures of that Halloween, which I'm obviously not going to show, but I mean, I don't think I would have got invited to that if she was like put off by it, so I don't know. Kind of worked out, I guess, in a way. Okay, so this one looks a little weird. Wild Pokemon ahead. So this one was done with photo paper. This was another one I did in school. I have this still. It's still done on photo paper and like an acetate sheet or whatever it was, and you had to get it done in the photo lab and use the no, it's not a stamp. It was it was like you had to use the dark room in school to use. I don't remember how I did it. I still own it though, but I thought it was like a nice little warning that there was like a Pokemon up ahead. I thought it was kind of neat. So I'm going back to my old DeviantArt getting new descriptions because the old ones were terrible. Oh, I didn't preserve the old description. Oh, the old description was a Spearow and a Pokeball. That's about it. Okay, cool. Well, that's what that was. Oh, I'm upgrading a little. This is actually kind of sick. This one's looking pretty good. So my avatar's looking a little different here. I'm drawing more of an anime style, as you can see between the two. Pi, hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. But I think this is how I started drawing myself for a little bit. So I will start falling into the whole, and you'll see it. I drew myself as like this very femme cat boy because I thought I was the cutest thing in the world back in high school. That was the aesthetic I wanted to give off. Even though I think IRL, I didn't really do that. Oh yeah, no, I'm a cute cat boy now, but back then I really, really wanted to be, and I wasn't quite there yet. And I haven't grown the ears quite yet. As you can see, there's no ears yet. Let's see what this says. A new one of myself again. This one took me a long time. I usually don't put so much detail into it, but this one I did, so it took me maybe 3 hours in total. Please comment or constructive criticism would be great. If you guys had to give this a constructive criticism, don't actually do it, because I think, what is this, 15-year-old me? 2007, I don't know how old I was then. I think I was 15. Would be devastated. All right. Big ears equals more cleaning. That's the problem. I think that's the problem with cat ears, which is why my current Sona doesn't have the cat ears. A lot of maintenance involved with that. Also, you know, when you accidentally flip your cat ear back, and then it kind of, you know, you have to deal with that, and everybody's freaked out by it. Don't make teenage Neodoodles cry. Don't make Neodudot cry. All right, let's move on. Oh, here we go. Grew the ears. And, okay, so here's the thing. Here's these, like, twisty little trees, very Tim Burton-esque, right? So remember when I said earlier that I didn't like the Tim Burton, like, style? This was me kind of, like, trying to embrace that a little bit, because I was was trying to impress that girl. She really liked this drawing a lot. I think she asked me for this, and I did not give it to her, obviously. I still actually own this drawing. But, so I've lied to you all. I guess be fake. 15-year-olds love legit art criticism. I don't know if that's true, but look at this little timid little cutie pop. I actually like this one. There's some solid shading. Nice little style. Good job. November 19th, 2007, Brandon. Oh, I posted this in December, but I did post this. I mean, I did make it in November, so I don't know why it took so long. Oh, I remember why it took so long. So back then, you needed... No, I know. Yeah, I know he's making a joke. What was I saying? Oh, the reason why it took me so long to post my art is I would usually have to post it all on the same day. So you couldn't just take a picture of your art like you can now. That's how I post all my like current traditional art. I just take a picture of it with my phone, and that is like basically as good as scanning it. But I would have to wait until I had access to the school computers to actually post my art and use their scanners. Eventually, one of my teachers did. She's very supportive. Miss Miller. Shout out to Miss Miller. Hope she's still doing good. She actually gave me a scanner from the school, which was awesome of her. Now, I think I'd have to post these all the same day just to make up for that. So that kind of sucks. You couldn't like spread out your posts because you couldn't schedule a post back then. But yeah, so I mean, this quality is pretty nice for the time. I think the file size is pretty small though. Like this canvas is tiny. But anyway, let's move on. This one's very cute. I like this one. Ooh, so this one was controversial for me because it's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Look at this sick pose. This one was heavily referenced from a very iconic panel of the Sonic comic. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna pull it up on my iPad actually. Give me one moment here. Sonic. I'm gonna look up Archie Sonic limits. Can you zoom in, please? That'd be great. Well, where's Tails? I don't think there'll be a Tails actually at all. But this is the first Sonic posted. When is this? December 21st, 2007. Almost Christmas. Where's this picture now? There it is. So this picture was heavily referenced by this picture right here. Limit, I got your limit right here. This is issue, I don't even know what issue this was. But as you can see, it was very, very heavily influenced from it. Not exact one-to-one, but I liked the hand, and I wanted to practice that. But this one kind of got me into some trouble. Oh, he was going nuts. Like, Sonic was going off. And that's why it was such a cool panel to me. I was like, oh, he's just about to lose it on Eggman. That's really cool. But anyway, that's where this came from. And that kind of got me into some trouble, I think, with some of the people. They're talking about, oh, you copied, you plagiarized, which I guess I kind of did in a way. But I mean, I think it's different enough. The head was completely different. The hand was different. It was just mainly this hand I wanted to copy, because I couldn't trace it at the time. So, but yeah, I mean, the community at the time, they hacked me up. Yeah, it was some trouble. I got myself into some major trouble. Not even actually major, but there was some controversy. Oh, look at this one. He's edgy and got a scythe. I could have cropped this a little better. I got the little pencil sketch up here. I could have just cut that one off of there. I feel like back then reference equals tracing equals being fake. I still feel guilty looking at reference. I feel the exact same. I gotta get over myself, because using a reference is usually necessary. It's honestly such a good thing to do. Obviously tracing and copying isn't, but if you can reference something and see what it looks like, that's fine. That's valid. In fact, it's encouraged. But a lot of things back then discouraged you from doing that. I feel like your interactions as a young artist online can really frig you up, which is why it's such a dangerous thing to be a young artist online. But we didn't know any better, so yeah, here's the edge that we came for. So Let's see what this says. Dark Brandon. Ooh. I thought this was cool. I got the idea from my Halloween costume, and yes, it's kind of old. Ooh, Dark Brandon. Wow. Can I zoom in? Can't zoom in. Nice. So this was not what my Halloween costume looked like at all. I had the scythe, and I think I just had like a cape and maybe like a mask, but this is not relevant to that at all. But I remember drawing this. I actually remember sitting down at my dining room table and drawing this funny thing. Do I have fingernails? I think I have fingernails. I felt like this one. This is how I feel now. There's gonna be a lot more of this. There's only Edge and being like a really, really femme cat boy. So there's two sides of me, and you're gonna see both of them front and center today. God, I'm so happy I'm doing this stream. It's so funny. December 21st, 2007. Okay, so we're still in 2007. We're about to hit next year very, very soon. Flannery. This one's kind of cute. This one's all right. Posted this on the January 15th, but not actually. This is still 2007 art because it's back in December. Do they mix? I don't know. Maybe they actually. I think they might at some point actually mix like a cute little cat boy that has some edge. We'll see. We got a long journey ahead of us. This one's kind of sick though. Flannery being one of my favorite Pokemon gym leaders, one of my favorite Pokemon characters. Look at the little spin effect on the ball. That's pretty solid. That's not bad for 2007. But yeah, I was big into Flannery, or Asuna, as I put her Japanese name on there, just to show how cool I am. What did I say? This one actually isn't so bad. I kind of like the Pokeball spinning on the finger. Yeah, she's my favorite gym leader. Wow, I said the exact same thing word for word. I am still a child. I didn't even have to friggin' look at the description. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Evilness with a happy face. Okay, this is exactly what my Halloween costume looked like. Well, everything except for the creepy eyes. That is. This is more accurate to how it looked like. I think I did have the gloves too. God, this is gold. This is comedy gold. Still, actually not a bad drawing though. It's still kind of cool. I really liked this eye, like this dark eye thing I was doing. Look at this hand. That's solid. Good for me. The costume design leaves something to be desired, but like, that's not bad. That's pretty good for 2007. I was still dating the art at this point. I think that will stop eventually. God, every click of this button, this next button right here, which isn't even on screen because I had to crop it out for size reasons, it makes me a little nervous, I'll admit, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Here we go. Next. Oh, Xana. Okay, so here's me being a creep as well, right? You know how you said you used to draw the people you had a crush on, right? So this was another one of those examples. Xana, a drawing of a really cool person. Okay, so this person was a musician as well. Imagine showing to school with like that, scythe in hand. Yeah, I think I did. I think you did, because you would show up in your Halloween costume. Usually in school, right? So, I don't know. I was a weird kid, and I have no shame about that. But yeah, this person, I think she was a musician that I met through one of my uncle's shows, and I just had a big crush on her. I thought she was really cool, so I'm like, I'm gonna draw her. And then nothing became of that, obviously, because I don't know who this person is. Artist Russian Roulette, it really feels like that. But I feel it's important to embrace all your old stuff. Not really, you can honestly completely disregard it, but I like to embrace it all because it's funny to see where I came from and how I haven't moved a single inch from where I was. Alright, moving on. Gino, look at this font. I think I wrote that in regular like size font, and I zoomed it, like I enlarged it so it looked like this pixely kind of look. So this is Gino from Super Mario RPG. Yeah, some color. So I'm actually gonna start. You're gonna start seeing a lot of color in my MS Paint stuff, because that was like, once again, that was my primary art, like program. I didn't have anything else. I'm actually gonna see. So I actually drew Gino a lot. So you'll see a lot of Gino. This is Gino from Super Mario RPG, and he was my favorite character. I had just finished playing Super Mario RPG, and I was obsessed with this character. So I drew a lot of him, but I made him like look different than what he does in the actual game. This is not even kind of what his final design looks like. I'm actually going to pull up. So this is how I used to draw him. And just for a little comparison, this is how I redrew him. Okay, let me gather my thoughts for a sec. So I was really big into Mega Man as well. So as you can see, this looks very, very Mega Man. I love Mega Man X. I've been a big fan since I was like 10. And I basically just mixed the designs. And I kind of almost considered this my own character. I never claimed it was my own character, but the design was so distinctly Neo-Doodah at the time. So I kind of just kept drawing him. This is what I basically decided to recently go back and redraw Geno how I used to draw him. So basically redrawing my version of him. And here's what it looks like now. This is my current version of that Geno. No color, but pretty happy with the result though. Look at that gun finger, that's pretty solid. Yeah, I just wanted to give it a little redraw because I love this character. And giving a little bit of a modern twist was kind of fun. Obviously, like I said, not my character, but felt like it sometimes. Let's see, ooh, Lucario. Oh, what was the description of that one? Geno. I miss paint drawing of Geno from Super Mario RPG. If you ask me, the way I drew him looks way too much like Mega Man, or at least a Mega Man character. Well, anyways, put a lot of effort into this one, except the boots, as you can see. Like, I put like 0% effort into them. Yeah, I guess the boots are a little not done up. I don't know why you gave up there. That's a little weird. Because I got too tired. I see. Gotcha. Does it say the time when this is posted? It doesn't. Anyway, please comment. Oh, Geno for Brawl. I've been fighting for Geno for Smash Brothers since 2007 or 2008, I guess. But it's been a long battle. Geno was a hot pick back then. What do we got? Lucario. Okay, so I was wrong about Lucario not being in Brawl. I just couldn't be the Nintendo would be so sloppy as to let that leak. But it's true, Lucario's in Brawl, and that's awesome. Like, this is gonna be a lot of talk about Smash Brothers. Lucario has to be my all-time favorite Pokemon ever. He was at the time. Lucario was one of my favorites when he was first announced. Just a solid design. Very, very furry bait character, and those always got me. So, as usually, please comment. So, don't forget to comment on this one. Let me know what I did right and what I did wrong. Okay, so Reploid Kitty Girl. This is my Mega Man fan character. That's a cute little fan character. This is some OC. I should redraw this. That's alright. I don't post a lot of OC. I didn't back then either. So to make a fan character, that's an interesting way. Well, these look kind of cool, like the orbs on her head and stuff. That's a neat little effect. Good for me. Well, rather Mega Man X because I like that better, but there's only one problem. I can't think of a name, so I'm looking for name suggestions, preferably a cute name. Yeah, that's kind of solid. I wouldn't mind redrawing this character. Solid OC. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so this is new ID. This is my new ID. I didn't feel like coloring it. I'm gonna skip that whole. That's a long description. But look, I like this one a lot. I had this necklace in real life. This was a Death Note necklace that I had. I know it's a little hard to see on stream because it's tiny, but I literally can't make it bigger. So, you just gotta deal with it. But this one, is still pretty good. I like how there's no other eye here. This one's cute. The pose is good. The hands are okay. That's a good one. The lines. Look, I'm playing with, line weight a little bit. In the hair. Okay. I see you. Oh, and I colored it. Oh, that looks good too. This one's called Innocence Colored. Oh, with an innocent look. That's very cute. Same as my previous deviation, only this time with color. Goodness. Yeah, this was... I couldn't decide how I wanted to be in high school. I want to be really cute, but I also want to be really edgy at the same time. I didn't know, and I think I chose neither. What do we got? Oh, this is for my friend Robin for her birthday. I drew her Sona. I think I actually hit up her stream recently, and she referenced this because this is a happy. Oh, no, this is a. Okay, this was just the request. This wasn't a birthday gift. This was what she wanted to do for her YouTube channel, I think that's what it was. Look at this. Chia, what is that? Chia, look at this drawing. Look at the little belly showing too. So freaking cute. Got my copy of Brawl though. Holding a copy of Brawl. This was a good day. So I was Brawl, best game ever. Look how obsessed I am. I'm still obsessed with Brawl, okay? I don't want to really read a lot of these descriptions because they could be probably very problematic. I don't think this one... Oh, this one took me like 10 minutes and uploaded for the heck of it. This one was more of a like a celebratory on the day. It's March 22nd. This is like... I think Brawl came out March 9th, I want to say. So this is a little bit after release. But yeah, this game was my life, and I love it very much. So you'll see a lot of love, like I said, for Brawl in this little tour. In fact, yeah, here we go. Okay, cool. I hope this doesn't have anything problematic in it, but here we go. So this is a Smash Brothers meme, right? Obviously you can't see it right now, even I can't see it. I'm going to zoom into it in a second. You would tag people in the meme, and you would fill out questions. It would ask you questions, and you had to fill it out accordingly. Let's see if we can zoom in. Okay, so you're a brawler? I guess they called themselves brawlers back then. It's time to prove it. Tell us who you are and which character you are best with. I'm Brandon. My characters are Toon Link, Sonic, Wolf, Zero Suit Samus. I can't remember ever playing Sonic or Zero Suit Samus. Toon Lunk, her. We called him Toon Lunk. It was a funny joke for about 2 years. It actually had good, like longevity, that joke. I don't know. It was the funniest friggin' thing to us back then. Look at this face. That's why I liked him, because he went really fast downward. That was what made me choose this character was this move right here. Now everyone has a weakness. Who is my worst character? It is Ganondorf. He's too slow. Look at my mouse handwriting. It's better than my IRL handwriting. You've seen a list of characters included in the new game. Who would you add if you had the chance? Gino, of course. That was my big baby boy. He's saying I'm too awesome. That isn't even in character, but I just liked him that much. That's good. Which character would you cut and why? I'm basically fine with every character, but if I had to choose, I guess I'd choose Jigglypuff. Sorry, Jiggly. Yeah, honestly, I kind of almost stand by that. Bye, Jigglypuff. Brawl is available in Japan, but you may have to wait. How do you pass the time? Don't I already have it? And then I put the Chia drawing in here. Me flashing back to that. Choosing pre-made outfits is fine, but we're artists. Design a new appearance for your favorite character, and I got Toon Lunk in here. Tingle Lunk, sorry. That's a pretty solid alt. Honestly, I would like that in the game now. Draw your favorite character in drag, or gender bent as we called it. Schoolgirl Lunk. That one's super cute. That's really cute. This is a solid meme. Honestly, I wish I kind of want to redo this. In fact, I think I did attempt to redo it, but you don't really see stuff like this anymore. Like artist memes based on like a fandom or something like that. I don't see them too often anymore, but I would like to see this come back because these are a ton of fun to participate in and to look through everybody else's submissions. Anyway, what do we got here? Oh, Gino. I think this one's kind of better. Weren't they called batons at one point? I think they were just called memes, weren't they? I thought they were called memes. Like, this is what memes were at the time. Smash Bros. Meme. First meme ever. Were they called batons, though? Maybe they were, because you'd have to, like, tag people and pass it on. I should do one after the last DLC is announced. Oh, yeah, I should redo this. What was the difference between batons and memes at the time? I don't know. This Gino's kind of improved, though. He's got a weird, like, red eye thing going on here. He's made a couple improvements to his design. Really embracing, like, stealing this character. Another Gino, gotta hurry, class almost over. So I was actually drawing this in class, so I never did my work in school. I would show up to class and I would draw on MS Paint and post just to get my social media momentum going. Okay, like I said, I'm not gonna really go through a lot of this, but I like this comment. I am Gino and I approve of this message. Couldn't resist. Sorry, XD. I love that. Commented 2 years after the post. Art trends were called memes. Yeah, and then they kind of took on a new name after that, didn't they? Or memes took on a new meaning. But yeah, let's bring those back. That's what I want to do. Oh, okay, so this is cute. So this one is, what is it called? Odd Combo Neo. So Odd Combo was a comic that my cousin made. And she had characters for me, for Sticky Poo Ass, for herself, obviously, for all of her high school friends. And we were just animal sonas. It was basically just Arthur. With a more, it was just funnier than Arthur, though. It's just hard to do, but it was pretty good. She was good at making comics. And this was her character for me, only I drew it in MS Paint. There's a weird clipping thing going on with the ear here, but besides that, this is pretty solid. This is like a lot of shading and detail for MS Paint, and I like the pose. It's cute. Good character. This is, oh yeah, this is a character named Neo from my cousin's comic called Odd Combo. The character is based on me. It's very, very cute. Oh, we can give that guy a redraw too. Or what Neo would look like now. Basically just still me as a kitty cat. Okay, so this is Octi. Octi, if I recall correctly, I'm not even gonna look at the description. So there was a DeviantArt account called Wolfang Mireyu, and Wolfang Mireyu used to do a lot of Mega Man fan comics, and we would have very pleasant interactions. I think we were mutuals as well, and I decided to draw her Mega Man fan character, which is this little Mega Man octopus thing. I think it's very, very cute. Octi belongs to Wolfang Mireyu. Look at that. Yeah, good memory. Giving myself a lot of pat on the back for this, but that's a cute little drawing. Oh, Gino 3. Another Gino. He's so awesome. I keep drawing him like all the time, but I don't have a scanner, so all my Gino sketches won't be seen for a while. But until then, you get this. I drew this at school when I was bored, when I actually started the rough outline of it yesterday and finished a lot of it today because I didn't go on a field trip. Right, I didn't do my homework, so I often wasn't allowed on field trips. But what better way to pass the time than to finish and upload a drawing, right? Yeah. That one's pretty good. I see what you're doing with this pose. Interesting pose. Got some shading on there too. Had some time to do that. Not bad. Oh, this one was commissioned. So this one was for a commission from my friend who goes by TDD Jr. A very good friend of mine even now. He has been my Smash Brothers rival since high school. In fact, one of my journal entries on DeviantArt talks about a Smash Brothers Melee tournament that we had where him and I fought each other in the finals. But he commissioned me. He was one of my commissioned regulars, if you will. And he just wanted a drawing of all his mains. And this was the 4 characters he played at the time, in Brawl specifically. And I would always give him a hard time about playing Meta Knight. But it's just because I was a sore loser, I guess. There's a lot of weird space going on here. But it's not bad. I think he probably paid 10 or 20 bucks for this. Probably 10. Which is insane because there's 4 characters and this probably took me hours. Let's see. Commission done for DDD Jr. Didn't take me too long at all, really, but I did put effort into it. I'm pleased with how it turned out. Yeah, you know, good for you, kid. When was this uploaded? This was uploaded June 2008. So we're halfway through 2008 now. We got a lot of years to go through, which isn't true because at one point I eventually stopped posting to DeviantArt. But let's keep going. Yeah, we got Meta Knight. I know it's your fave. Pokey Minch. So this is going to be the start of something you're going to see a lot of on this tour. I know it's a little hard to see on screen because I drew really light. But I drew a lot of Earthbound and Mother fan art. I was really, really into Earthbound, and I couldn't get enough of the characters. This is not what this guy looks like, really. It's actually not a bad depiction. But I definitely drew him more edgy in anime. I don't know what this weird twisty throne is. I guess that's to represent how creepy and evil he is. I like his Mega Man shoes, though. Ooh, dynamic pose. Once again, in MS Paint. Got the hair, too, as you do on your anime Pikachus. Just a quick Pikachu doodle done at school when I was bored. With a little anime face. Got your little anime face? Gotta have them. Yeah, nothing too big a deal right now since I don't have a scanner. I think I mentioned that often. When I get one, you'll see a lot more from me, though. I think that ended up being true. It actually turned out alright, though. I just don't like the plain sparks and such done with the pencil tool. I might scrap this later, and I never did. Pikachu made the cut. It's not bad. I don't know, I kind of gave myself too much of a hard time for this one. Lucas. I loved this, like, really, like, femboy, cutesy stuff. I read a lot of yaoi back then. And I was probably very confused myself, but this is the result of that. I thought it was really cute. This is kind of not far off from Lucas's personality anyway, so it's not even, yeah, that's pretty accurate. It's just a little bit more anime. Did anyone ever scrap later? Nobody, you're not going to remember to scrap later. Come on, let's be honest. Not even close to being done. The finished version will have Lucas's twin brother beside him, and there'll be a lot more effort put into the coloring. Yeah, that never happened. But it's honestly not terrible. I sometimes upload it straight to scraps. I did that for a few, and I'm actually, you know, I'm brave enough. I am brave enough. I'm going to go through my scraps after this. You guys are going to catch a quick glimpse of my scraps. So look forward to that. We'll see what kind of poison's in there. I think a lot of my mature art ended up in scraps, so we won't see those because, like I said, I have those blocked. But that was where a lot of my commission money came from. I was doing a little bit more not as safe work, if you will. But Frostlass Miracle. So I always name my Frostlass Miracle. I don't know why. It was just a thing I always did. Frostlass is my second favorite Pokemon. Frostlass is actually currently my favorite Pokemon. I love Frostlass. Lucario being the first, and the reason I want to be an Ice Pokemon trainer. I do want to be an Ice Pokemon trainer. Ice Pokemon is my favorite. I'm not going to read the whole description. That's a long... Okay, let's keep going. I don't like this thin lines I was doing. Usually I did thicker lines. That's how you can tell I didn't put like as much effort into it, but the ice is pretty decent though. Got the different shades of blue on the icicles to give like that glacier look. That's pretty solid. And there's like a weird gradient effect on the eyes. Once again, pretty hard to do in MS Paint. It's not bad. Ooh, Ness versus Starman. This is a weird one. I think this was also a commission. Oh, it was drawn as a request. So this one wasn't a commission. Or maybe it was. I don't know. But I think I definitely drew the Ness first, and I just kind of tossed the Starman on in the background. Look at his messy lines on the Starman. That's pretty brutal. I hope he didn't... was it free? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just like a request. I think I was just sitting with him in class, and I just ended up drawing this for him. But once again, heavy into Earthbound. I drew the characters really anime and edgy, as you do. Oh, the yo-yo says Ness on it. Neat little detail. Free commissions, that's what we did. Thank you for the points, trainer. Your points meant nothing, I'm sorry. But often you would do commissions just for... Sounds stereotypical, but either, you know, for... exposure, which, you know, the person I did this for didn't really have a following, so I guess it didn't really work for that, but you draw free art for a lot of people. Or, you know, sometimes you just do it for fun. I think this was probably more the case here, where I just did it for a friend, for fun. Oh, same drawing as last time, but it's a little bit more clear. Oh, here we go, the big boy stuff. Okay, so this is the good stuff that we're looking for. Look at this pose. This pose is pretty solid. I think it wasn't cut off here, though. Like, I think the finger was visible before. I don't know why it's weirdly, like, kind of... Can I click on it? Or maybe show the whole thing? No. Here we go, though. This is the goodie. The cat boy. The really cute, weird designs. And I love this stuff. This is a pretty solid costume design. Look at the NES controller belt. I had that IRL, so it added onto my picture. I didn't have any of these clothes, by the way, except for these arm sleeve things. I had these, but they weren't big at the end, but I used to wear them. They were more like tight fitting. I hated doing requests and people would be like, thanks, or just fave it with nothing. Yeah. NES controller belt is a red flag for me. I should hope so. Yeah, the NES controller, really anything. But that's what I had. I'm not saying I was a likable kid. But that's what I had. That's a green flag. Yeah, honestly, yeah. It was a green flag. That was like a cool thing because it was cool to be retro back then. This is before the big retro revival of games like Mega Man 9. So I think in high school we would have got along really well. We probably thought that was a red flag later on. I think I might have this belt buckle kicking around in like an old box or something because I don't think I could have tossed that away. I wore that too much. But I think everybody thought it was the sickest thing in the world though. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's a good example of how I didn't really know how to be. Because here's two different drawings of, I guess, a Sona for myself. Very, very different personalities. This one's more in line of what my current one is. And I even have like the proper, like the more fitting arm things. A more smug look. Got the eyebrows as well. Very, very close to my current Sona. So, yeah. Back to old style. Yep. Yeah, okay, cool. So this was drawn what, 2008? So this is a year after my original one. That's pretty good improvement from that original one, I would have to say. Good for me. Oh, look at this one. Okay, so this one's interesting. This was drawn in the Mega Man Powered Up style, which was that PSP Mega Man 1 remake. I don't know why I decided to draw my hair slicked back like that. I think it was to really show off the face, but it's still a weird choice and I don't really like it. But I guess kudos for trying something new. Still got the NES controller belt. Weird, ugly shoes. I think I had shoes like this in high school, but you could have drawn yourself with whatever shoes you wanted. So weird. But this is actually still kind of cute. If you made a couple different design choices, this one could have been a really, really good one even now. Oh, here we go. Here's a direct reference to that. So this is Mega Man Powered Up. I think this is... Oh, yeah. After drawing my last deviation, it made me think, hey, this kind of looks like something that would be in the game Mega Man Powered Up. So I got the urge to draw Mega Man in an ultra cute style. Yeah, so I really like the art style of Mega Man Powered Up, and I decided to draw that. I actually still... This was my first drawing that used to get stolen a lot. I used to see this reposted on different websites. Sometimes they would give me credit, sometimes they wouldn't, but I used to see this one everywhere. And it's like, it's okay. It's not like super good. It's still a low quality like MS Paint, but I guess go off if you wanted to steal it. Don't steal art anyway, even if it belongs to an old teenager. Oh, look at this. Not the face, it's called. It all started with a conversation on MSN between me and DDD Jr. And we were talking about which Smash Bros. Characters are cool. I was saying to him that Meta Knight is actually very cute under the mask, and he disagreed, of course, so I did this quickly to show him what I meant. Yeah, Meta Knight legit has a Kirby face under his mask, and that's one of my favorite details about him. This is a funny little drawing. There's a story behind it. I like that. Good centered face here. That's harder to do. In MS Paint, you don't have a lot of tools available to you. Another little Kirby. Run, Kirby. Oh, I drew this in 5 minutes, huh? Oh, I drew it in MS Paint while I was bored in class. I think I'm supposed to be doing some sort of civics thing. Oh, well. Yeah, I had no interest in doing my schoolwork. That wasn't going to happen. Oh, this one's so good. Look at this DDD. King DDD is... Oh, I'm not going to read all that. That's a paragraph. Took me about 45 minutes on MS Paint. I like how it turned out. Yeah, I still like this. This is more in line with the... like the Kirby 64 style of DDD, and I like that a lot. Solid. I would redraw this. That's cute. This would make like a good sticker or button or something, or like an enamel pin. I like King DDD anyway. Rosie. Animal Crossing Rosie. This is drawn for DDD Jr. as well. I did a lot of gift art for him. I know this is one of his favorite characters. Oh, I play Animal Crossing and never actually met this person. I soon watched the Animal Crossing movie after this, and Rosie is like heavily featured, so I ended up becoming a big Rosie fan. Look at the eyes between Rosie and my Sona. They're exactly the freaking same. Oh, okay, so this one I'm actually pretty proud of for 2008 me. So this is pretty sick. So this was done in MS Paint, as per usual. While I was in class, what is this? In the year 2008. This one is very impressive. Obviously, looking at it now, there's a lot of things that are wrong with it, but it's solid overall. This kind of captures the art style of Mega Man Zero. Let's see, did I draw it in class? Let's see. Oh, right. I got description written by DDD Jr. That's funny. So he wrote this description. We're going to read it out. It is my indelible honor to bestow upon my fans the awesomeness that is Zero from the Mega Man series. Fans have often considered Zero to be among the top tier of coolness in the Mega Man series, and this picture does nothing but support that argument. In other news, I found my old dictionary today. Frig this guy. I always thought he was so smart. Anyway. Approved by Wing Blazer 7360. God. But honestly, the transparent effect behind the sword, that's pretty sick. The shading is nice. The color choices are good too. I used like a pink on the shading of the gold to make this like look more gold. I don't know. This is not bad. I probably color picked, but that wasn't easy to do back when I was paint. This one was trying to play off of the success of the last one, but it's just not. It didn't reach that same level of quality. So this is Harpooia from Mega Man Zero. I didn't do the transparent effect on the swords. It's okay. The pose is a little jank. And I know the geometry on the headpieces wasn't as easy to do. But once again, doing MS Paint drawing in class, that's not bad. How long were classes? Were they like 2 hours? How long were they? Didn't take me long as the Zero one did. I'll write a description later because I gotta go now. Yes, because I was in class. Did I really think I was gonna go back and fix the descriptions? Absolutely not. Oh goodness, sorry, I just had a little water. Okay, let's continue on. Ooh, this one's iconic to me as well. So I use this as my ID for everything. If you go to my old like Crunchyroll profile, so Crunchyroll was different back then too. Quick little tangent about Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll used to be a very illegal site. It was a streaming site along the lines of free cartoons online, and that's how it was. But they had a really good selection, and it was just free to do. So you can actually go back on Crunchyroll still if you're on desktop, look at people's profiles, because it was a forum, it was a website like that. It was a social media platform with anime on it. Then one day, it was a almost like a purge, where they took away all the non-licensed animes and it became a paid service, which obviously had to be done, but sucked for the rest of us. But my profile is still out there in the ether, and this is my profile picture for it. All eyes on me. I don't know what that was from. That was in reference to something. But I really wanted these like green, like neon green headphones. I don't know why. I never got them, but I ended up seeing Razer had neon green headphones. I really wanted them in my life, and I never got them. But this is how I drew myself most commonly, and I really, really like this a lot. So yeah, not bad. I like this one. It's solid. Mark has redeemed. Give me a Pokemon. You're in luck, Mark. Because I have the Pokemon just for you. You get Throw. Throw. Congrats on your throw. I don't have... All Eyes on Me is a Tupac song. Live my life as a thug till the day I die. I promise you this wasn't in reference to that, but you know what? Sure, I guess I live life as a thug until, right, well, honestly, till this day. So, I guess high school me had the right idea. Congrats on your throw, Mark. I can't remember if that one is Ernie or Bert. I think it's Ernie, right? Yeah, Ernie, it's a small orange one. So he's Ernie. Congrats on Ernie. Oh, speaking of Pokemon, I could have just hit next and gave you a Pokemon, huh? The angle on this is weird. I actually don't like Charizard at all, and I'm not even going to look at the description. I know that I mentioned how I don't like Charizard. I've never been a Charizard fan at all. I thought he was a big downgrade from Charmeleon. Charmeleon's one of my favorite Pokemon. But Charizard, he's a little dumpy looking. He's small. He's got these little tiny, like, stinky little arms. He's very plain in design. I don't know. It just wasn't doing it for me. And let's see if I mention that here. Just something I threw together. I started shading, and then I was like, I don't feel like shading. Oh, no, I don't mention how I don't like Charizard. Charizard about to make me act up. No, this Charizard... No. I'm not about this. Oh, here's some edge. So you know how when you're sad, you draw yourself being sad? This is me being sad, and I don't remember what I was sad about. Oh, don't wanna read that description. That's not a paragraph. Look how long that is. Oh, that's an edgy description. But yeah, this is just me being sad over something. Oh, I think I know what this was. Yeah, I know it kind of looks like, it kind of does look like that. Charizard looks like he has a huge ass, I know. I guess, like, yeah, that line on the tail, it's nice detail, but I guess it kind of looks another way. I think this was when, like, a girl I was interested in at the time, who was in my active friend group, ended up with another one of my really good friends who was also in that same friend group, and then I left that friend group. So that's some high school drama for you, and I drew a sad picture about it. This is actually kind of good. I like the gray in the background. Like, obviously this color is good. I never had this jacket, but I wanted it with the furry hood and like the poofiness. And I like the wind represented here too. That's not bad. I see you use a spray can tool. Good for you. Here's one that's funny. Mario. That is Luigi, my guy. That is so Luigi. You got the pointed nose, you got the pointed mustache, and you're so tall and skinny. All you had to do was change this to an L and you had it. But that was how it was back in, what is this year? 2008? You know, Sonic 06 had just come out. You know, with the really tall, exaggerated characters. All my characters are really tall, thin, and long. And I guess I just put that in Mario, and that's just not it, my guy. You even had a pointed chin. That's Luigi. But, you know, still cool anyway, I guess. Kind of Waluigi. Yeah, you know, honestly, that kind of looks like Waluigi. You're not wrong. Oh, this one's sick. I actually really like this one to this day. This one is more Mother 3 fan art. So this is the Masked Man. I'm not going to say his identity because that is a spoiler. But he has his pig mask army behind him. And honestly, the shading, I did this traditionally, obviously, as you can see. The pig mask army. This was a commission. This was a request. I think this was actually a commission. I say request, but it was a commission. And to draw a crowd like that, I know they're not like detailed, but this one's solid. This one is ominous. This one is evil. This one kind of gives me chills a little bit. Good determination drawing all these characters. Let's see, I'm quite proud of this one actually. It took me a while to do, but I eventually got the pattern memorized when drawing so many of the pig mask guys. Anyways, it turned out exactly how I wanted it to. Yeah, I think it did. That's not bad. Oh, so this one, okay, so I know this one. This is for a DeviantArt user by the name Mr. Rocks. And Mr. Rocks was a good friend of mine. I think he commissioned this. Oh, it was a Christmas present. No, it was a good DeviantArt friend of mine. Sometimes he would color my drawings, and that was really cool. I still talk to this guy to this day. I actually have him on Facebook. I don't really talk to him often, but it's nice to catch up sometimes, considering we've been friends for like 12 years, right? And that's kind of nice. But yeah, solid poses though. Oh, this is the first instance of me calling myself Neo. Look, Brandon Smoke, Neo, it says at the bottom. Always getting friends to color your stuff. Hey, it's always voluntary. But yo, I appreciate it though, because I don't want to color, so I appreciate you guys, you know, collabing with me. But yeah, he was really into Zero Suit Samus, as everyone was. I don't know what this little version of him, this little gingerbread version of him is, but this was his main OC, and I guess yeah. I don't ever remember him, like, mentioning Zero Suit Samus after that, but I think we talked recently, or he added me on Switch or something, I don't know. I'll catch up on him eventually, and I'll mention this drawing to him. So this is for my friend Robin, who used to go by the handle RD2 Sheds. So this was for her birthday, actually. So I surprised her with this on her birthday. And I don't know, I talked to her recently and she brought this up, and it was a very sweet little interaction, considering I talked to her very, very infrequently as well. But it's kind of nice that I've maintained some internet mutuals over this long, you know? It's nice. Even though I've never met these people in person, you feel like you have lifelong friends, and that's very sweet. Okay, here's another OC. So I'm drinking water as well because I'm very thirsty. So this one is one of my favorite old MS Paint drawings. I went the frig off on this one. Look at the shining in the shoes. Look at that glare, right? Different size of light refraction in there. Once again, you can distinctly tell this is gold on the feet. Solid clothing designs, like the hair has nice like angled highlights to it. Pretty good everything, honestly. Even like the zippers detailed. The axe looks solid. I would have loved to see the speed draw of this because this is pretty impressive for, I think, still 2008. Yeah, December 2008. This is actually a remake of a character that I drew a year ago. Oh, okay, so this was so much work, it has never taken me longer to do something. And you can see it. You can see the effort that this kid put into this drawing. This is a minor monster. I don't think I ever came up with a name for him, but that's pretty solid. I should give this a redraw. Clearly some Mewtwo inspiration here. It's Mewtwo with clothes. I don't know what to call this guy other than minor monster. Even though he's clearly holding an axe and not a mining tool, but whatever. Who cares? Let's move on. Ooh, return of Cat Brandon. So this is exactly what Pio was asking earlier. If they ever mix, here's a perfect mix of that. You got the cute Catboy clothing, but with the edge of my current Sona at the time. Still got the NES controller belt. And yeah, I don't know. I like this one. It's pretty good. Ooh, solid Brandon. So this is my friend DDD Jr. He was really into Metal Gear Solid. I wasn't, and I don't really know Metal Gear Solid like that. I've only played through one Metal Gear Solid game in my life, and this was like 10 years after this. Yeah, Dark Catboy Brandon. That's what I'm saying. There's some good OCs here. I used to draw myself a lot, though. I think everybody did. But yeah, I used to just draw myself in different ways. But I think I drew this for him. I think as at his request. My friend has... Oh, wait. I'm cosplaying as Solid Snake. Once again, I'm too lazy to do any shading or highlights. I'll just leave it like this, and I think it looks fine anyway. My friend DDD Jr. has lent me the game Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, and I'm supposed to be playing it. Sorry, no explanation for now. I gotta go. You typed a lot of stuff, my guy. What do you mean you got no time for a description? But that's fine. Yeah, well, that's the description for this. I think it was a request from him. I didn't want to play his game. He lent me Twin Snakes on GameCube, and I never really ended up playing it like that because I wasn't into it. I have respect for the Metal Gear Solid series, but it's just not really for me. I liked the second one. I played that 1 year later. That's the only one I played through. But yeah, I didn't like Snake as a character, though. Toon Link. This one's... I made this for a friend because he was feeling kind of... Oh, because she was feeling kind of down today. And Wind Waker, his favorite game. Who was this for? Whose favorite game was Wind Waker? I didn't tag them. Huh. She seemed to like it a lot, so I'm pretty happy too. And I'm glad I was able to cheer her up. It took me 2 hours or so to complete. It's not Sticky Poo-Ass. This isn't for you. I'm sorry, it's not. As your game wasn't... Your favorite game was Ocarina, so this... I don't know who this is for. I can't actually even perceive who this was for. Huh. Oh well. Gonna carry on, I guess. Who is this for? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, whatever. We're moving on. Ooh, better watch out. Yeah, once again, I drew myself a ton. This one's really cool. I like the stylish lines on it. This is very Street Fighter 4 inspired. So Street Fighter 4, when that first came out, which was when I was in high school, I know it's gotten many releases since then, but it had this weird, like, inky style to it, and everybody had these weird outlines to them, and I fell in love with that style. It was really cool. And you end up seeing it in some of my art, but I would sometimes draw these, like, messy lines along the outline of my character just for, like, a little bit of stylish flair to it. It's not bad. Not much more to say about this. This boy handing out fan art to your girl, watch out. That was the move back then. It's like, yeah, sure, this guy can throw a football, but can he draw you a stupid picture? Nope. Anyway. Ooh, speaking of draw you a picture, that's not this at all. I colored this. Nice. Okay, so I colored this traditionally, I think with some very, very cheap pencil crayons from those like variety art set things. But good effort though. I like the pose, that's kind of cool. It's a little janky, but not bad. This is my first time ever coloring something, like seriously ever. Of course, I mean traditionally, not digitally. Yeah, that was kind of true. I didn't ever do that, so not a bad first attempt. Happy Brawl Day. Still obsessed with this game. Drew my little guys. I actually did main these three at the time. That wasn't just because they were very, very easy to draw. But this was for the 1-year anniversary of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. March 9th, 2008 was one of the greatest days in my gaming life because the best game ever created was finally released after many delays. It was delayed many, many times, so that's fair. Happy birthday to you, Brawl, and happy Brawl Day to everyone. Here's many more years of brawling to come. And that's true, I think it was a long time until Smash 4 came out. It was like 5 years, right? Yeah, interesting. Very, very much love that game. That's why when like you see, like, you hear a lot of bad press for Smash Brothers in its community. I can never hate Smash Brothers. I can't. I know it has a bad rep, but like you can see how much this game meant to me at this time, right? I could never ever hate Smash Brothers. Ooh, Galactonite. So I think this character was created for Kirby Superstar Ultra on the DS, and I had just played it and I considered it one of my favorite games at the time, and honestly it's a pretty solid Kirby game now, but I was obsessed with this character, Galactonite. It was just like this very ominous star warrior. The title was going to be Strongest Knight in the Galaxy, but didn't fit. I love this guy since I fought him in Kirby Superstar Ultra, and I've done many pieces of art of him. I thought I should upload one. Yeah, I still love this character. He's sick. That's just a really cool character. I liked how he had like the angel wings and didn't go the double wing route. Oh, this one's sad. This one's cute though. I like this one. It's also solid. Took up the whole page with the shading too. No tears until the end. That's actually the catchphrase for the first Mother game, I think. When they make it seem like it was in the advertising, they said no tears until the end. Which is kind of a spoiler now you think about it. But this game got pretty sad. Mother 3 got pretty serious. I would love to stream it one day because it is a fantastic experience. If you guys haven't played it and you're into games like Undertale, there's direct inspiration from the Mother series, and this is a very, very good game. But yeah, Luke is a little sad here. He has a rough life. That is very apparent in this picture. Ooh, going back to some fun little Kirby art. Hello, Cat. Welcome to the stream. We're about, I'm gonna guess, halfway through the tour right now. We've been going through it pretty slowly, actually. There's a lot to see here. This is Marks from Kirby Superstar. I love this character. I like the kind of berserk looking crazy characters, and he just kind of, what a good villain this guy was. Mark's Soul, yeah, Kirby Superstar Ultra. That was the first game I pre-ordered, I think. Kirby Superstar Ultra on the DS. I pre-ordered it from the EB Games Square One. And I remember we went after school to pick it up, and all of my friends and I were hanging out in the food court at Square One, and I didn't interact with them. I just played Kirby Superstar the entire time. And I have no regrets. But yeah, I very much love Kirby, and you'll see that in my art. Yeah. Okay, so this is true. Look at this guy. Look at this little freak, right? This is now, what could this be? So, I drew a lot of Bomberman comics as a kid. I love Bomberman. And when I was looking back on my old Bomberman comics, I found this little creature. And I didn't know who it was because I can't find the source of this character. I eventually looked back. I think one day I found this is actually an official character, I think. But I can't find it. So if anybody can actually find this character, feel free to let me know. DM me on Twitter or Instagram, I don't really care. But this is, I think this is a canon character. I just can't find it anymore. I think it might have been from Bomberman 64 or Bomberman's Second Attack on 64. But who knows? I don't know. But I like him a lot. Solid design, good eyebrows, as Kat says. Got matching eyebrows. A lot of my characters just had big eyebrows, even though this isn't my character. I love to embrace that. Maybe it comes from Bomberman, actually. Who knows? Oh, okay, so this is pretty cool. So I went through a big phase. I wish I could zoom into these. I guess I can a little. Zoom into it like manually like that. So yeah, this was my DS theme at the time. So I had an R4. I think everybody in that time had an R4 on their DS. And what that is, it's just like, it was a piracy tool. Basically, you download DS ROMs onto your DS, and you could just have all the DS games with you. A lot of people in high school, they all had them, and I eventually got one as well. And one of the coolest things about it is you could just import a friggin' picture that you made and use it as your background theme on the R4. So the top one is obviously the top screen. This one's the bottom screen down here. I loved the static effect. The static in the eyes is pretty sick. This red background right here, this is actually the intro to Earthbound, and this gray static background, this is a Sega Genesis emulator background. Every time you boot up, I think it was called Gens, it would have this static effect, and yeah, I just screenshot it and popped into the picture. I think you'll see that in a couple of my pictures. Let's see if this stays in successfully. Same zoomed in. Oh, here's another one. What is it called? Neostatic? Yeah. Sometimes I think I would alternate in between calling myself Neo and calling myself Brandon. But same thing, I took the background of Gens and just popped into the picture. The static effect was really cool. I didn't draw my NES controller belt. I'm pretty surprised about that, actually. Oh, we got Ness. Okay, so I drew this one. You'll notice this one's a little bit more smooth than usual. Okay, he says. So I think I use Colors DS. So one of the best things about using an R4 is you can have homebrew programs, so programs created by just fans or whatever. And one of these programs is called Colors, and Colors was very, very impressive because somehow with with the type of like touchscreen that the DS had, where you could use any device for it, like you didn't have to have a special bed, you could use a piece of plastic if you wanted to. It somehow had pressure sensitivity, which I don't think any DS game did. So to know that the DS screen was capable of pressure sensitivity was pretty cool, and Colors DS utilized that. So at the time, this was the most powerful art program I had, and it was just a weird homebrew. Now, it's interesting about Colors. Colors became a full-fledged like retail release program. So it started off as a homebrew on the DS. I think it was on the DS, and you could actually purchase Colors on the 3DS. And that's kind of neat. So, like, good for them. Hat shading be smooth? What is that? Notifications. Neat. Do I have any notifications? I do. I'm not logged into my NeoDoodle account. This is my current NeoDoodles account. I don't use it. But if you want to follow it, go ahead. If you still use DeviantArt, I don't expect anybody to actually do that. Oh, this one's pretty sick. Okay, this one, I can't really zoom in more than this, can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. So this one's cool. I like this one a lot to this day. There's a lot of good detail in this outfit. Oh, let's turn that down slightly. This Tekken music's loud. This is a good example of that edge and kind of cutesy aesthetic mixing, because I'm straight up wearing, I don't think this is me. This is just a character, actually. But look at the mesh on the arms. That's cool. Look at the arm sleeves. I have a little kitty necklace as well. Oh, I can zoom in more. Yeah, look at this. I have a kitty necklace. Like, how friggin' cute is that? It's supposed to be like kind of like a wintry look. So this is gonna be like a light blue hoodie with a white like furry hood thing that went all the way down. Like, this is some solid design, and it honestly still holds up today. When did I draw this one? I drew this in 2009. It's pretty interesting for 2009. Oh, Gargomon. This is the first Digimon piece I think we came across, right? Gargomon has to be one of my favorite all-time Digimon. I drew this one a while back, but I still like it. Comments and constructive criticism, yeah, whatever. Once again, 2009. I had a scanner at this point. When did I start getting a scanner? Let's see. How far back? I think this is when I first started getting a scanner. Or when I first had a scanner, rather, sorry. Yeah, so a lot of these will be regular sketches now. Based from Mega Man. This one's also pretty solid. I like this hand pose right here. I'm seeing some potential here. This one's not as good, but this is good. Not bad. Ooh. Another little evolution of my Sona. I really like this pose. This is some good, like... What is this effect called? Like when something is closer and it's like zoomed in? Is it like foreshortening or something? But that's some good stuff here. I like how this is bigger in the front. Some neat shading as well. Yes, foreshortening, thank you. I don't know what these little fire symbols are. But that's not a bad one. God, I wish my art was this stylized still. Oh, this one's really cute. Mega Man and Bomberman. For some reason, I always match these two up together. I'm actually gonna grab a little drink of water real quick. Give me a sec. There we go. For some reason, I always kind of like put these two in the same category. They were some of my like dream picks for Smash Brothers. Of course, Mega Man got in. I lost my mind, but that happened. Bomberman still isn't in yet. He's in as like an assist trophy, but I am obsessed with Bomberman. As you can see by those eyebrows, it's got to be Bomberman. But yeah, Bomberman, Mega Man crossover, please. Even though nobody likes Bomberman. Not in yet. That's what I'm saying. Next time, Bomberman's in for sure. Okay, so this is Arc Zero, right? Arc Zero John. This isn't Arc Zero himself. So this is fan art for my favorite artist at the time, who went by Arc Zero. We recently reconnected on Twitter. He was my absolute favorite Bomberman 64 2. Oh, it's the second attack? Is that where that character's from? Nice. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate that, Eskin. Thank you for looking that up. I assume that's what you're talking about. But yeah, so Arc Zero at the time was my favorite artist. I'm talking ever. Really, really cool line work. I'm not really going to bring it up right now. But I ended up drawing some fan art for him, and I eventually got the follow. I think once I got the follow from Arc Zero, I basically quit DeviantArt. Like, I've peaked. He still posts. We reconnected on Twitter. I mentioned, you know, the DeviantArt days, and now we're mutuals again. I think that's really sweet. We sometimes interact with each other's posts, but yeah, solid artist though. I'll check that out later. I don't know what he has posted on his thing. Look at this little drawing. Look at this, it's so cute. I love the detail in the hair. That's pretty cool. I like these types of eyes that I used to do. This is how I did my eyes all the time. I'm wearing a ring on my necklace. I think that was in reference to something someone gave me. Look at the shirt folding over the belt. Good details in this. This is not bad. I know there's like a lot to complain about when you're looking at your old art, but sometimes it's fun to see what you did right, you know? And that's what I think the goal of this stream is. You know, see some good stuff in your old art. It doesn't always have to be bad. It's okay to like some of your old art, or like aspects of it, you know? This is a Pokemon OC of my ex. I really like this design, actually. This one's a very, very cute design. I think I drew this as a gift for her, maybe? But I also drew this in Colors DS, I think. Yes, I drew this in Colors DS. That's not bad. Ooh, I kind of hate this, actually. I know I said it's good to like your old drawing. Well, it's nice if you can find something to like about your old drawings, but I actually hate this one a lot. Okay pose. But this head is not doing it for me. That's a big head. Do I mention how I don't like it? Oh, nothing special to say about this one other than it turned out pretty good. Yeah, I thought it was mediocre back then, I guess. Ooh, this is one of my favorite drawings I've done of myself. In fact, I'm going to hit next because there's a better version of this. where it shows the progress, and I actually completed it over here. So this is once again done in MS Paint. Look at the detail on the shading here, done in MS Paint. I know I didn't do it on the gray part for some reason, unless I did and it's just subtle. No, oh, I did and it's just subtle. I put many layers of shading, which is very, very hard to do in MS Paint. But this one, really cool pose. I kind of like the partially colored one as well. But it's neat. The head's a little low. Like I said, there are technical issues with old art, but the stylistic choices I made back then, very, very neat. This was the process, dude. Look how messy it was in MS Paint. You'd have to like make these messy sketches. You only had one layer to work with too, so cleanup had to go swimmingly. Oh, Gino, I haven't drawn him in a while. This one's turning out even better. I actually really like this one a lot. The thin lines mixed with the thick lines. I'm kind of onto something here, and I also made his hair a little messier as well, a little shaggier. That's pretty solid. I like that. What does it say? Beware the forest mushrooms. I was getting kind of artsy with the titles here, I see. What year is this? I'm very sick right now. I don't want to think of the description. I love this game. Gino's the best. Drew this in 2009. Okay. Oh, here we go. Shadow the Hedgehog, baby. Not bad for an MS Paint, actually. I know I've been saying that a lot, but good detail on this one. I think I put a lot of effort. Good geometry on the gun, too. I think this is the first and only time I've ever drawn a gun. The gold, once again, very cool. The shoes look decent. But yeah, Shadow had a gun in Shadow the Hedgehog. And that was like the big controversial thing, but I think I had just played Shadow the Hedgehog at the time. In fact, I traded my copy of Soul Calibur 2 for my friend's Shadow the Hedgehog, I think. Or maybe the other way around. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, hello all, I've returned once again. I was gone because my DeviantArt closes the browser every time I log on. Today was a lucky day, I guess. That was weird. I'm also here to bring you this. I'm honestly trying to think of some sort of lame joke I can make about it, but I really only drew it because his name came up in an MSN conversation. I was kind of like, oh yeah, Shadow. I guess I wasn't quite a Sonic artist yet. He also says, damn. Yeah, he does. He goes, damn, not here, whenever he dies, which is really funny. That kind of blew me away when I played the game. I'm like, God, I gotta turn my TV down. My mom's gonna hear. Oh, look at these cute little Pokemon. These are pretty good. Alright, Neodoodles. Calm down. Where am I at in the queue here? Okay. Yeah, these aren't bad. I think I was... Okay, so what this is... there was a art exhibit going on in my school. And I'm not a very, like, creative person. I do okay with art. I think I'm a decent artist. I like my art. But a lot of it isn't original, and that's always been kind of the same as a kid. I have some OCs, and I like them. But it's just harder for me to come up with original ideas, so I do a lot of fan art. So when we're having this art show, I was terrible in art class. I usually got like 50s, barely passing in art class. And we were doing this art open house. It was post-school hours. And what I decided to do for mine, people did these elaborate, beautiful paintings. There were some really, really cool pieces there. And what I did, which actually took me a long time, was I drew all 151 Pokemon for this art show. I had the help of my girlfriend at the time, as well as my other friend. They helped me like clean up some of the sketches, so I draw them really quick and they would help clean them up. But I drew every single one. I don't think I posted barely any of them here. But then my girlfriend at the time also had this binder that had a Pokédex cover, so we put it all in that, and people were able to just flip through it, which was kind of cool. But let's scroll through these. I think I drew a bunch of Pokemon. They're all about to be uploaded. Oh, as soon as I say that, it's immediately not Pokemon. These are some Dragon Quest monsters. I love Dragon Quest. This is early days of that. Lucario. Okay, so the Pokemon haven't popped up yet. They will. I know I say that as Lucario, but like, I drew the original 151, and I would usually draw like all the evolutions on one page. So that will be a thing soon. But this Lucario is pretty good. I like the shading on it. It's not bad. Oh, my computer is overheating. Well, whatever. We'll fix that soon. It's 2009. I forgot to mention I got a scanner today. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so this will be a lot of scanned drawings after this point then, I guess. This one. Okay, this is kind of cool looking. I like the outline. Once again, very Street Fighter 4 inspired. Traditionally colored as well, which was uncommon. I drew this outside during gym class, actually. So I go to this track to this day to run around almost every single day. And one day in gym class, we went out to the track, we went outside to do like fitness tests, and all my friends are running around, well, not all my friends, all my classmates are running around the track, and I'm sitting under a tree drawing this Sonic. And it's really funny because now I run around that track nearly every day. But yeah, a little backstory for this drawing here. I will be right back, however, because I really have to use the washroom. So give me one moment. Okay, I am back. Sorry about the wait. But I've returned finally. Alright, let's proceed with the tour. Got a couple more things to go through. So this is Dr. Zachary. This is not my character. This is not an Archie character. This is actually from a European Sonic comic called Sonic the Comic. And I really liked this character. I think he was just this old white echidna with robotics on him. I think he looked a lot dumber officially, but I made him kind of like modern Archie style. My friends and I were really into like the alternative Sonic characters from the comic series. So Cammy, that's my girl Cammy. I distinctly remember posting this and then regretting it because I forgot to put the scar on her face. I can't play Street Fighter 4 online. Oh, because I ran on Xbox Live and I was a poor student. But yeah, I love me some Street Fighter and I love me some Cammy. Thank you, I appreciate the welcome. The Sonics are becoming more frequent now, but this shading, this traditional shading, is not bad. That's okay. Looks a little too photorealistic. It's got some Angel Anaconda vibes going on here, but still not bad. Here we go. Oh, that's good stuff. All right. As in reference to, oh, can't view this one. Gotta keep going. I can kind of see what it is. That's a cat girl's butt, I think, right here. We're not gonna view that. Like I said, if you want to view it, you gotta go to the website yourself. Oh, this one's really cool. I'm very, very proud of this one. And I remember being sad about this because this one didn't get a lot of engagement, like I wanted it to. I remember putting a lot of effort into this, and I really liked the pose a lot, and just everything was super freaking neat. I called this one. Sorry, excuse me, I'm kind of dying from the water here. I called this one Super Smash Fighter 4. I don't even have to look at it. It's either Super Smash Fighter 4 or just Super Smash Fighter. Super Smash Fighter 4, there you go, I freaking knew it. Because this is a direct reference to Street Fighter 4, where I had all the inky effect like going everywhere. You can kind of see like the aura of everyone. I thought that was really cool. Also the angled ground, the perspective is neat, the little dash effects on like Toon Link's boot. Very cool, very cool. Okay, this one's a little gross. Sorry, there's actual blood on this, so I guess content warning for that, but it's too late. I remember I had cut my finger accidentally, and instead of patching it up, I didn't participate in like self-harm or anything like that. I wasn't like super sad, but I did take advantage of this moment to draw some very edgy anime art, and put my actual blood on this paper. So I guess good for me. Sorry to anybody who's sensitive to that, because I forgot this one's in here. So that's on me, my bad. Oh, some Ninja Turtles, okay. This one's a little basic, but it's okay. Love me some Ninja Turtles. I still draw Ninja Turtle stuff. I'm actually reading Ninja Turtle comic. I'm reading The Last Ronin right now, which is very, very good. So, still love me some Turtles. Also, Rise of the TMNT. Oh my god, what a perfect show. The animation in that is godlike. But anyway, moving on. Oh, this one's interesting. So here's another one. Here's confirmation that they were called memes. This is draw your character or yourself or your OC or whatever in different styles. So, this one's interesting. Meme. Very different meaning back then. So let's go through this a little bit. So we got myself here, in my favorite artist mangaka style, Rumiko Takahashi. That looks like a Ranma character. In Ultra Shoujo style, this one doesn't get a pass from me. This one looks a little bad. Disney style, this one's okay. It's not perfect, but you can see how the hair is all kind of like one helmet piece, rather than the kind of flowy anime spiky style. So that detail is nice. Realistic, I had no experience with realistic drawings at the time. Pokemon, I basically just drew my own like myself with Ash's face, which is kind of funny. And in a DeviantArt style, this is Ecoraptor. This is Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps. This is his angry face from his awesome cartoons, which I thought was really funny at the time. And I did tag Sticky Poo Ass in this, so get going, I guess. Drawing memes greater than current memes. And you know what? I have to agree. I miss this. I miss artists, trends, batons. Ooh, this one's alright. This one's cool. So I remember thinking this one was really cool because this was my first time ever traditionally coloring a full piece. This is a full 8.5 by 11 paper. And this is, I mentioned this one in my sketchbook tour where I actually drew a remake of this one. See if I can pull it up here. Sketchbook redraws. Give me a moment here. Where is this thing? Oh, is that it? Nope, that's YouTube thumbnails. That's animation. Oh, hello, Cypress Beetle. Thank you for joining. We've made a lot of references to you in particular in this journey through old art. Oh, photo redraws. Where is it? So I never got around to finishing it, but here's what the remake was going to look like. Had like the broken robot or whatever. It was coming along okay. I was actually doing this one traditionally and I tried to fix it up digitally a little bit. But that is a remake of that one. There is a lot of charm in the original though, and I have a strong appreciation for that. This one was, like I said, originally done traditionally. If I can bring that up to the top, let's see. Yeah, so that's what it looked like traditionally. It was a little hard to do, so I just did it digitally. Even though I never finished either of them. But anyway. I don't know, the remake's still, it's a little older now, it was a couple years ago. But, I don't know, maybe one day I'll properly redo it. Love the remake, finish it? Yeah, probably not. Oh, Mr. Rocks. So this is, once again, another drawing for my friend Mr. Rocks. He implemented my character Neo into his comic, which, once again, that's kind of a thing that you and your artist friends did back then. Once again, his character was front and center, obviously being the main character. And this was his other character, Karma. She was a very cool design because she had like rainbow bangs, and they looked really cool. I like this one. It's neat. Drawing more than one character in a piece is hard. I don't know why I didn't shade these two. I guess it's because they were in the background. More as like mirage images rather than full-on present characters physically there, but whatever. Oh, this one's good. This one became one of my favorite pieces at the time. Just the dynamic pose. I always really like to do dynamic poses. It's one of my, I guess, gimmicks. I just keep frigging around with their bodies until they look cool. It usually takes me a while of like constantly erasing and redrawing until I get a cool pose. Once again, use references for poses because I don't usually do that, and it'd probably be way easier if I did. But just get like a ball jointed doll where you can pose. I wish I had one of those as a kid. Oh, this one's so cute. So this was my a drawing I did for my girlfriend at the time. This one, I love this one so much. It's so friggin' cute. Little couple art for you. Just carrying me away. The shading on this is wonderful. Like the nice little details. I think like the perspective and anatomy is honestly pretty good to this day. This one's solid. This one's still one of my favorites to this day for sure, for sure. Pokeball headphones though, I never had Pokeball headphones. I always drew myself with like weird different headphones, and I straight up didn't own those. Ooh, this one's a little spicy. So this one is Curly Brace in her underwear. I didn't flag this one for mature content because it doesn't really have mature content besides her being in her underwear. And that was in direct reference to Cave Story itself. So this one, in the game you can find this character's underwear as just an item. It doesn't do anything, it's just like a little thing you can find. So every time you look up art of Curly Brace, you would usually see a drawing of her in her underwear. And let me tell you, this one still gets favorites to this day. This was uploaded in 2010. So, you know, 11 years later, I'm still getting notifications for it, which is really funny. This is 118 favorites, 118 perverts, more like. But honestly, it's still kind of cute. Like, it's alright. Good job, me, I guess. Animation demo, rest in peace, Flash. I have no idea what this was. Clearly it was Pokemon related. I think it was just a spinning Pokeball, right? So that's a shame that I can't view that anymore. I'm sure there's a way to eventually do that. I wonder if I hit download, if it'll download the... Oh, it downloads the Flash file, I think, which is cool. So I guess that is a way to view it. Oh, this one's an iconic drawing as well. So here's back to like the very cutesy femme cat boys. Look at the cute little ears on this one. Look at the waist on this one. My goodness. That is a cat boy, but that is a cat girl. Anyway. It's funny because you got all these like cute little clothing and then you get these baggy pants and these nasty socks. Weird stylistic choice, but this one is very cute and emo and I'm into it. I like it. Oh, this one. This one was not me. This is actually... this is Peak Edge, but I think this was actually someone else's character. It just looked very similar to mine. And yeah, I think, right? Fallen Angel OC. Oh, so this wasn't someone else's character? I don't know. It looks very similar to like my other characters, but this is Peak Hot Topic Edge right here, and I'm into it. This is what art was to me at the time. Love the waist. Yeah, I drew some good cat boys. Disgaea. I went through a big Disgaea phase, and that was my favorite character. I just like that character archetype. And actually, Cypress Beetle in the chat. Actually, it might have been, I don't know, I mixed up who got me what, but I got 3 games for my birthday one year. One was from DDD Jr., one was from Sticky Puas, one was from Cypress Beetle, and I was given Dragon Ball Origins, Chrono Trigger, and Disgaea DS. And I played the heck out of Disgaea, became an instant fan, and I love the character, so I had to give her a little draw. And this one is okay. Like, I like the effect on the like the leather socks here to give them that weird shine. That's pretty impressive. That's not bad. You can kind of see the texture of the clothing, and that's cool. Oh, this one's so good. This one's cool too. I was really going off with the shading, so I guess I kind of meant it when I said that I have a scanner and you'll be seeing a lot more scanned art from me. But this chair right here, I don't own this chair anymore. I recently threw it out, actually. But this room, I'm actually currently back in this room. This was my teenage room, and I moved out for about 10 years on my own, and I moved back home in November 2019. I'm back in this room, but it doesn't look anything like this. This was my old setup. So I had my computer desk here, this chair right beside it, the rug underneath, and of course my feet would be resting up on my bed, chatting on MSN, chatting away. There are 2 MSN pictures here. That's pretty good. But yeah, this is exactly, I have my scanner up here, my lamp. My bunny destroyed this lamp. Oh, that was my desktop computer down there. Not bad. I don't have this desk anymore either. My room, like I said, looks nothing like this anymore, but I am back in this room. I wonder who I was chatting with here. Probably either you, Sticky Puas, or Faye. Like, it was one of the 3 of you. I think you 3 are the only people I talked to when I was in it. Ah, here we go. Weird choice to make a bipedal Venusaur. Really bizarre choice. And Ivysaur too. I don't know what I was going for here, but I'm not against it. It's weird, but I kind of like it. I'm never going to do it again, though. But I think this was the project where I was drawing all the Pokemon. So a lot of these will be Pokemon coming up. Yeah, I was drawing them weird poses. Look at Charizard laying down. That's bizarre. Blastoise. Look at the shading. Look at the details on this one. Look at Squirtle holding his frickin' toes. Are you kidding me with that? That's adorable. I love that. I don't know what's up with Wartortle's face here, and it's very elongated at the side. That's bizarre. Right? Blastoise. Yeah, Blastoise got some cake here. I think doctor told him he had too much cake, in fact. But this Blastoise face is actually kind of really good. I like that. I struggle to this day, like drawing Blastoise's head because he's weird. But this one's cute. I'm into it. Look at the sassy Butterfree pose. That one's good too. These ones are kind of basic drawings, just of Pokemon. Not really a lot of artistic liberties taken here. But this Beedrill's solid though. Look at this Beedrill. That's pretty good. I like the shading on the joints. Really, it makes it gives it some depth, you know, as shading does. These ones are sick. I like these ones to this day. Like the Pidgey line. Look at how cool this Pidgey is. Like dang. The Pidgeot could use some work, that's why I didn't really like refine him too much, but it's still an alright pose, but the Pidgey is the star of the show here. That's a solid Pidgey. Even the Pidgeotto, I like the hair too, but Pidgey? It's all about Pidgey. Oh, it was colored too. This is colored by Mr. Rocks. Yes. Colored by the amazing Mr. Rocks. He's a great guy, colors a lot of my stuff. You should check him out. Yes, this is very distinctly Mr. Rocks' coloring style. Like I said, he colored a ton of my stuff at the time. Good for him. Thank you, Mr. Rocks. Browy! OC alert! Browy the Cave Boy. This is when he was going through a little bit more of an anime phase. Still like this design though. This is pretty solid. That's old. That's old drawing. What was this? 2010 still? Oh, 2011. So we're getting a little bit more recent. It's 10 years ago. Bub Dino, another OC. I wrote OC alert every time. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. But yeah, got my Browy. Very different than Escadin's interpretation of him. This is more of like the Sonic 06 era of Browy, like the very modern one. But Bub Dino, another one of my characters. This one always went over well. Bub Dino was a very, very cute character. I have an appreciation for this design, even though it doesn't make too much sense. It's always went over with like normies and honestly friends who would see my art as well. So I don't know. I'm a sucker for this one. I actually redrew. I drew Bub Dinos recently. Let me see if I can find them. Let's see here. They in sketches. Ah, yes. So I actually drew modern Bub Dinos. Look at this one. Look at the little tongue. He's sticking it out. And I also drew like a devil and angel variant as well, which I'm pretty happy with these two. This was based on a doodle I found in a sketchbook. I don't remember where, but it had like different forms of Bub Dino, which was kind of cool. But I love my little guy though. But yeah, this is like a race of characters I created, a little species. Bub Dinos. There are some similarities to the dinosaurs also named Bub and Bob from Bubble Bobble, but I assure you there is no relation or no inspiration. I just happened to name every character I had at the time Bubs. So I had like a Bub series of characters. There was Bub Drop, Bub Flame, Bub Dino, Bub Seed, I think there was, Bub Lizard, I don't know. I had a lot of them. That was like the pre-evolution characters, like the baby forms of them. It was kind of like a Pokemon Digimon thing, but the younger forms of them were always named Bubs. I thought that was kind of interesting to have like a prefix instead of like a Mon suffix of Digimon. Ooh, so this one was a gift for a friend. In fact, it was a friend who helped me refine my sketches for the Pokemon thing, the Pokemon art show. This was her persona at the time. It was very elaborate. The only thing that I was a little sad about is I smudged this one really bad. Like this one got smudged terribly before I gave it to her. But she liked it anyway. I don't know. Another Etna in a Flannery costume? That's bizarre. What a weird crossover. Okay, so this is when I started doing digital art, finally. So this is actually after Cypress Beetle, who is my cousin, by the way. Shout out to Cypress Beetle. She gave me my first art tablet, and I started drawing in Paint Tool Sci, but I didn't know how to draw digitally yet. So that's why a lot of these will look very sketchy, very traditionally like colored. Oh, Cypress Beetle was playing green. Nice, cool. But yeah, you'll see a lot of my art looked like this at the time. A lot of my digital art, because I didn't know how to like stabilize anything. I didn't know anything. So this is like my first jump into that. Oh, good job. Okay, so this is my 4chan days, which thankfully are long behind me. But this is more wholesome 4chan. So this wasn't like on the random board or the video game board where you see a lot of the like more stereotypical toxic environment. This was the Pokemon board, which I'm sure is still very problematic, but this is when the Pokemon board first opened up, and this was the age of the Pokemon draw threads. So you'd go in, people would do like little wholesome requests, like, hey, I want Blastoise and Snorlax. I almost forgot what Snorlax's name was. Blastoise and Snorlax get a little high five. And he was a little shy about it. Like, how cute is that? This is the kind of stuff I liked on 4chan back then, and it actually became like a regular in these draw threads. I think this is actually in a group or drawn for. Oh yeah, it was something I made during a draw thread on VP. The guy asked for Snorlax and Blastoise, high-fiving. Yeah, the reaction was very positive for this one. Yeah. So I think I'm part of like a major like VP draw thread group on DeviantArt. Well, it was major at the time. It's definitely not anymore, but that's where we all found each other. It was kind of cool. This will be a couple of those. Like this Typhlosion is just sick of it. I actually like this one. It's still kind of cute. Once again, it's still very, very sketchy. Still learning my way through digital art, which I honestly didn't really learn until recently how to do that successfully. I call it successfully, but you know what? Honestly, I like my current art. I would say it's successful. Oh, a lot of Snorlax. Snorlax is very popular. So Alex Sam got his spoon stolen, and Snorlax is just eating the cereal with it. And that is very, very funny. Look at these funny requests. He's so confused. Oh, I hate this one. So I drew this as a I know I said be positive about your art, but I actually hate this one a lot. This was for the Sonic 20th anniversary. This was a desktop background I drew for myself. And I used it as my desktop background at the time. So this is one of the higher resolution drawings I did for myself at the time. Did it in Psy. I mean, at the time I was pretty impressed with the shading on it. But the drawing itself is pretty bad. Like, it's pretty terrible. But the rest of it's okay, I guess. I mean... another VP draw request. So Sandslash jumping high with a little shuckle stuck on his tail. Once again, draw for VP. This one's really cute. I like this one to this day. I would like to redraw some of these without like just cleaned up a little bit more, because these ones are pretty solid. These were a little bit later. This was in 2011 still. Okay, so it's still 10 years ago, so I guess it's not that recent, but... Oh, once again, this was a flash animation. Animation, Sonic vs. Mega Man. I only drew the first part where Mega Man fires a couple shots, and then it zooms into Sonic, like, from the perspective of the bullets. I can't show you because Flash is dead, but maybe one day I'll download these files and try to watch it on like a Flash emulator or something. Oh, this one's super cute. So once again, I was a big fan of this character. I don't like the arm in this one because I drew this arm way too long, but the pose is very cute. I think I combined her costumes from a couple different games. But that's pretty solid. I like that one. Ooh, so this one was a big deal. This is when Sonic Generations was first announced, and I popped this one. Newgrounds made a SWF to move file program. I think it's called Swivel. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, I don't think these Flash animations are really worth preserving, to be honest with you. I like saving my old work, but these are like 2-second animation loops. Maybe I'll try to fix them up one day and show them off, but they're so short, it's like doesn't even matter. But this is after Sonic Generations announced. I lost my mind. Let's see. If Sonic fans managed to find something to complain about in this most amazing thing ever, then just wow. Yeah, so I drew fan art the day it was announced. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ooh, getting a little sharp with these Sonic drawings. This one's definitely in more of an adventure style. The smooth coloring. I don't like how this looks now, but it was pretty impressive at the time, especially coming from my MS Paint background. This was a big jump for me. Okay, so speaking of smooth shading, throw that all out the window because I wanted to do more sketchy style. I actually embraced the style pretty hard, and it was an intentional stylistic choice. Not because it's the best thing I've ever drawn, not because it's the result of a long project, but I had fun drawing it. That's beautiful. Yeah, I just kind of like doing this messy style. I ended up doing this for quite a few drawings. This is coming up on near my end of my DeviantArt journey, because I drew Vector Man in this style. So I was trying to do like I was trying to make it a thing. Classic game series, they'd always be drawn in this messy style. So all these are, oh, this is called old style, but they eventually aren't. Beamshank, what? Oh, Beamshank sucks. Sorry, I remember that person. Anyway, they suck. No shout out, frig Beamshank. Anyway, Vector Man. Yeah, I was trying to make this like a series of drawings that I did where they're kind of like zoomed in, cropped out or whatever, and messily shaded. But this one's kind of cool though. I like the soft shading of the beam. It makes it kind of blurry with the foreshortening or whatever it's called. With the messy shading, the more hard shading. That's kind of neat. No, for whatever that Beamshank, whatever. Who cares? Classic game series Mario. So this Mario right here, this is a bit of an iconic drawing for me because this was actually my most popular art piece ever at the time. Like, this one went the frig off from my perspective. Usually I would get about 10 likes or so. This one has 217. This is another one of those ones where I still get notifications about it. People still like this one. And honestly, it's not bad. Like, the dynamic pose is cool. I like the shading style. As messy as it is, it's stylistic. Requested by Mr. Rocks comes through again. But yeah, this one's good. But the problem here is I think this was my last... It's not my last deviation on here, but this was my last deviation or submission art piece, if you will, to DeviantArt in the classic era. I think I took a 4-year break after this drawing. I went out on top, had a popular drawing, had my favorite artist follow me. This was done in 2011. So my next drawing here, this Sonic right here, was done in 2013, 2 years later. Is this finally my triumphant return to DeviantArt? No, it isn't. I wanted to draw Sonic. And I drew the Sonic. And the Sonic's kind of cool, but this is more modern. Once again, I still don't have a hang of digital art. In fact, it's kind of sad because I did drop art after this. After this Mario, I stopped drawing actively, only maybe popping out one drawing a year at most. I quit after this. And that was kind of sad because I feel like I stagnated for a long time because I stopped doing it. And that's such a shame. If I could, that is one of my regrets I have in this life, is I stopped drawing. If I just kept going, I think I could have, you know, met a lot of cool people in the art community, connected with some artists. I think I could be more heavily improved than what I am now. So honestly, if you're an artist, keep going. I was discouraged from the people around me, unfortunately, to stop drawing, and I let that get to me. So let that be a lesson. Don't get discouraged, just keep powering through, because here's this 2013 drawing, and then here is Pulseman, who I drew also in 2013. Okay, this one's good as well. Still drawing very sporadically though. Then I got King K. Rool, who was done in 2014. So that was 2 drawings that year. And then King K. Rool, which is very good. Still not too long ago, 2014. I like it, it's cool. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with digital art at this time. Like, my lines are a little cleaner. This Donkey Kong is very cool looking. I love the pose. 2014, I was trying to get back into it, but not nearly as frequently as I should have. And I wasn't making as much improvements. This is on Sai. This is what this the program that was used here, which I would still use if I had a drawing tablet for my computer, but I just don't. Ganondorf, 2015. See, only 2. Was that 2? 2 that year? 2014. Yeah, so it was 2. And then skipping another year, I got a Ganondorf face, which I actually do like this Ganondorf face a lot. I liked the nose structure a lot on this one. That was really cool. This is a doodle request from my friend Robin, who I mentioned earlier, who I drew her OC a couple times. It's hard when you're younger to not get discouraged, for sure, especially with the internet, when you can see so many pros all at once, but everyone starts somewhere. Yeah, it was more like people I knew IRL who would like jump past me in quality and never really have much good to say about my own art. I wasn't improving as fast as some other people, and that was discouraging. They didn't tell me to stop necessarily, but you know, I did anyway. But this one was what, 2015? Okay, and then 2015 again. So I'm doing about 2 a year. This one's not bad. I had just watched Digimon Cross Wars at the time in 2015, and had some pretty clean line work here. This is kind of reminiscent of my modern art, but my coloring technique is a little bit better now, I think, and I would have done a few things differently. So I think I have made improvements in the past 5 years or something. And then, what's this, 2015 as well? 2015, I had a small little resurgence here. This is one of my favorite things I've ever drawn. This is Swordgon. He's one of my favorite Dragon Quest monsters. I think this is sick. I don't even think I could draw Swordgon as good to like right now as I did in this picture. I kind of want to go over this one and clean it up a little bit. Very, very cool. I nailed the feral look. And just looks like a chunky dino, and I like that. Greymon, I think 2015 as well. No, 2016. So that was 3 that year. So this is, once again, pretty recent. 2016 is not too long ago. I just watched Digimon Adventure Try. So Digimon was coming back into my life pretty hard. This is a cool Greymon pose. The head's a bit small. Togemon as well, 2016. Wait. Yeah, so 2 in 2016 so far. Togemon, very messy, but it was a quick doodle. Metal Greymon, 2016 as well. I was just in a big Digimon mood. Digimon became like a big part of my life around this point. Even though I always liked Digimon, this is when I really got into it. I think it was Digimon Cross Wars that did it for me. I love Digimon Cross Wars. This is the first drawing I've ever done of Shoutmon. It was pretty inaccurate. By far my favorite Digimon, yeah. Honestly, I love him very, very much. He's very cool. Agumon. I love this Agumon drawing to this day, too. 2016 as well. Yeah, this is my Digimon year. I also made an alternate to this one. Agumon wearing a hoodie. I had just rewatched Digimon Season 1, and there's that episode where Agumon and Tentomon are wearing hoodies, and it was very, very cute, so I decided to implement that here. Okay, so that is the last drawing I have in my DeviantArt, basically, because this one here, I posted this in 2019 to let people know that I've moved to Instagram. I was no longer active on DeviantArt, so this was 3 years later. I posted my Smash Bros. One, which I've already shown off on my sketchbook tour, and that is the last thing I posted on the NeoDoodot page. However, we are not done, because we are actually going to take a quick look at my scraps. Scraps is where you posted all the garbage, so that's fun to look through. Scraps, baby. I'm glad I'm back drawing as well. Art's pretty important to me right now. I got back into it from the same way I dropped out of art is the same way I got back into it. It was just being surrounded by so many wonderful artists and friends and supportive friends who really wanted me to get back into art, and that includes Sticky Puas, my friend Soren. Those two especially really, really helped get me back into art, and I'm very, very thankful to both of them. So yeah, let's look at these scraps real quick. Oh, I'm in there already. Okay, I'm gonna zoom down to the bottom of scraps. See what we got here. Anime Girl. When was this done? This was in 2007. Here's that sweater again. Remember from the beginning? Where I had my Fire Guy / Magma X in the sweater. I drew this sweater on every one of my characters. This is another one of my OCs. Back in 2007. It's pretty bad. That's pretty rough. But I think I'm onto something. I like this costume. I'm going to redraw that. Oh, the miner monster. So he actually did have a hammer. He had a more mining appropriate tool at the time. Very cutesy, very anime. The remake was definitely way better. I can see why I scrapped this one, but I still really like it a lot. Oh, same Anime Girl, okay. Miner monster done in paint. Okay, so I was like really into this character. Gonna probably redraw this. I see he's got little spikes on the end of his shoes. Odd, but very cool. Very cool. Ew, this one's nasty. Was this 2007 as well? This is a picture of me in my old room. Oh god, weird face, weird pose. But here's me sitting against my bed on my beanbag chair with my computer beside me, using my mouse on my keyboard. I had a bad set. It looks like cracked in my walls, my broken blinds, my card captors poster taped up. Like, why did I draw my room so realistic? Once again, very poor. So that's how my room looked. Oh, it's worth mentioning, same chair from that other picture. Wine scraps? Oh, for Sasuke? I don't know, I didn't like this one. This weird Sasuke. It ended up in scraps for a reason, I'm sure. It was okay, though. It's not bad. I don't know why I drew Sasuke. He looks weird. That's an odd pose, but go off, I guess. Okay, so just in 2008. B Smoke, January 6th. Oikaki. I don't know if I'm using that word right. So this is Oikaki websites where they would have a built-in art program, and they were usually a lot more elaborate than MS Paint. However, I was still using a mouse at this point. So this is all drawn with a mouse. It's not very good, but it was a little bit highly detailed than what I was currently drawing in MS Paint. It was worth noting that these were still drawn on one layer, so that was a little bit of a struggle. But working within those limits, it's okay. Frostlass? Ew, what is this font you've used? Why'd you type this out? Ew. Poison to me. This is bad. This deserved to be in scraps. Oh, okay. I know why this one ended up in scraps. It's very cutesy, Brandon again. But this arm, this janky arm, this giant meat arm, this brick house of an arm. Yeah, that's why it ended up in scraps, I think. Oh, I am not gonna display that. A lot of the scraps will have mature tags because they're not for human consumption. Okay, this was a thing you used to do. My current desktop. You take a screenshot of your desktop at the time and post it, and it would be like a different section on your profile. You'd be like, oh, here's what my desktop looks like. Insomnia Viewer. I think that was a comic reader. AVG Free, security. What do we got here? Windows Media Player, Skype. Ew, what? MSN Messenger's here. Why do you have Skype up there? BitTorrent. A webcam thing? I don't even think I had a webcam. What am I looking at here? Zelda X Ike desktop. You guys know. Okay, Sticky Plus and Cypress people know exactly what picture that is. Zelda X Ike desktop. You guys freaking know. You guys know the image I'm talking about. I have my iTunes open. Probably connected to my iPad. 3:10 a.m. I guess I've learned nothing. I really am the same person. But of course, my obsession with Gino was very real at the time. So that was my desktop background the moment you meet Gino officially. Oh, more mature content. More. Oh, this is a little doodle on some schoolwork, as you can see from the text here. This little Mr. Needle Mouse, I think I called this. A little classic Sonic. That's a cute little doodle. Oh, a Team Magma. Also on some homework. You can see my my writing here. Very aesthetic. I love the thick outline as well. Once again, very Street Fighter 4. My first cosplay ever was Team Magma Grunt, which was made by Sticky Puas's mom. I don't have the hood anymore, unfortunately. I did give it away to my nephew to wear as a Halloween costume, which he did, which is very cool. I have the remake, though. The one that we remade. I still like the Team Magma design a lot. Look at the NES controller belt, though. That's very funny. Shout out to my mom. Oh, you know what this is? Look at this sketch with the red thing in the eye. This was... let me see if I can remember the name. It was called DeviantArt Miro or something, right? It was when DeviantArt implemented their own built-in art program. Undertale? Yeah, this is in the day before Undertale, too. I was ready to have a bad time since day one. But this is... I think it was called DeviantArt Miro. Let's see. Yeah, made with DeviantArt Miro. Okay, cool. Is that still up? DeviantArt Miro is still here. No freaking way. Does it have that pen I used? Yeah, it does. Oh, sick. Okay, so I don't know if this is still easy to access, but when they first implemented this in 2010, that's how I drew this, and I was freaking around with it. And I was like, you know what, that's pretty neat. But I never did anything else with it. I think that's the only thing I've ever drawn in it. But yeah, DeviantArt has a built-in art program if you guys are interested in that. I mean, that wasn't even the pen I was using. There's some interesting pens here. This is some Kid Picks equivalent. What's this? Neat. Can I clear this? It has layers too? Dang, DeviantArt, go off still. I would like to hit up DeviantArt Mural with a proper tablet pen. Calligraphy pen? Alright, cool, cool, cool. We get it. Moving on. Muro? Okay, so I did another Muro one. Just got a tablet from my lovely cousin. She's so awesome. Well, she's only lending it to me, but I'll probably have it for a year or whatever. Yeah, no, I still have it to this day. Get frigged, I guess. Maybe with DeviantArt Muro. Let's blast through with Sonic speed. Okay, alright. That's good. And didn't you make a reference to that earlier? But yeah, so this was made on, I think it was called Sketchboard. This is the thing where you and your friends could draw together. This was my friend Craig. Him and I were really into Sonic. This was my high school friend, so we would often go into these group boards and draw Sonic characters together. This is his drawing of Kragok from the Knuckles comics, and my drawing of Sonic. We have a couple more in here. Oh yeah, so this is his drawing of Eradicate. God, his art was so sick. I don't have any contact with this friend anymore, but he was one of my favorite friends to draw with for sure. Oh, we got some versus Sayu. But yeah, we got Eradicate and Lucario there. That's pretty good drawing. I like that. Oh, it's called Whiteboard. Collab whiteboard thing with Jupiter Lupus. Okay, cool. Yeah, very good artist. And then my more modern desktop. So I got Windows XP this time. Look at that, Windows XP. What do I have here? I'm listening to Escape from the City. I know I wasn't actually listening to that, but it was just for the aesthetic of this Sonic Generations background. I had Psy open. I was looking at my own DeviantArt page. What do I have here? A Paint Tool Psy, Windows Live Messenger. League of Legends. I never played League at any point, so that's kind of weird that that's there, but I got Maple Story here. Alright. Oh, that's the last of it. Alright, well, that is... I guess that's it. That's it for my, my Deviant... Oh, let's quickly look through my profile. This is important. This is how freaking cute I thought it was. This is my original profile from 2007, I think. So current residence, a beautiful town by the lake. Oh, you're so artsy. Deviant wear, sizing preference, small shirts and big pants. Make it happen. What does make it happen? Why'd you write that? Favorite genre of music? I enjoy a little bit of every genre. That's kind of true. Favorite photographer? Cherry Sunshine. That was a Deviant artist. I think I had a little crush on her, actually. We would talk a lot on DeviantArt. I've never met this person IRL, but I think that's why I put her as my favorite photographer, because she did a lot of photography, and we would interact a lot back then. Favorite style of art? Anything in the unique style, whatever that means. Okay, I'm glad you put whatever that means, because what the frig does that mean? Favorite operating system? Windows XP does everything right. You know, I stand by this. Windows XP was sick. MP3 player of choice, 4GB iPod. Though I had some pretty good times with my old broken MP3 player, thankfully, or courtesy of Cypress Beetle giving me her old MP3 player. I still have this iPod, by the way, this 4GB iPod. Came in very handy. Shell of choice. Seriously, what does this mean? Is it a joke question? Does anyone actually know? What the heck does shell of choice mean, right? Like, everybody always put like Koopa shell. Nobody knew what this meant. This is a bizarre question. Wallpaper of choice. My desktop background? Haruhi at the moment. That's a relic of the time. Haruhi is my desktop background? That should be my current background. Skin of choice, red and black stripes, obviously. Very edgy, very cool. Not too much different than my current Sona, because I'm also wearing red and black, but you know what it is, but who cares? Favorite cartoon characters, Sonic the Hedgehog, Inuyasha, Link, Konata from Lucky Star, and others too. That hasn't really changed. I don't really talk about Link or Konata, but I love me some Sonic and Inuyasha though. Personal quote, if Tim Hortons is open during New Year's Eve, then it'll be open during a zombie invasion. That is not too funny, but keep in mind this was 2007. Different time. That was peak comedy. Favorite visual artist? Oh, there's more! I don't really want to go through all this. Ooh, statistics. Watchers. Look, you got a new watcher. Be so happy about that. 150 watchers. You made it. my current DeviantArt. I'm not active on it. I've posted this amount. What was that? 9? I've posted 9 deviations. And that's it. This is all stuff you can find on my Instagram, so. And I made it a year ago. Deviant for 1 year. Iron Reaver, baby! You get it, you know. Blades of Blood. You were there. Alright, guys. Well, it is 9:30. Is that Tails? Oh, look at that. You guys got your tails right at the end. Isn't that sweet? That's wholesome. There he is. He thought he wasn't going to make an appearance. And here he is the whole time. Congrats on Tails. YTV on a Friday night. Back-to-back episodes, Eskedin. You know it. YTV had 2 episodes at a time until they didn't anymore. That was 2003. What an era. Oh, that was good times. Look for the Tails on every stream. God, I hope there's not a Tails every friggin' stream. Alright. What is this next on the queue? What was this song? I want this song back again. Because this is one of my favorite songs. Okay. So, for now, we are going to end stream. I have a few viewers. Let's see who's live right now. We don't have anyone live right now. Nobody has gone live. So I guess we're not raiding, so I'm not looking for a channel to raid. But that's fine. I mean well, and that's the important part. Thanks for everyone who joined today. We had a really good turnout. This was a ton of fun. I would love to do something like this again. Like I said, I still have old sketchbooks to go through. So we're going to go through those. And, you know, we'll get back to actually drawing on stream as well. I know I kind of drew something today. I drew Fire Guy. Sorry I had to clap twice. But you guys have a fantastic night. I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to go play some Pokemon Unite. Hopefully with some friends if they want to join me. But you all have been very lovely. Oh, we got Janeo in the chat. Hello, Janeo. And Nick and Susie, my lovely precious friends. I love you all. However, I am ending stream now, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. Yeah. As we say on the NeoDoodles channel every time, you guys know my catchphrase. It's gamer time. Oh, you guys are watching the whole time. Okay, cool. I appreciate it. Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna hop on Pokemon Unite if you guys are still playing. Hopefully you got your jacket. We'll see. It's gamer time. Happy gamer time, everyone. Alright. I'll talk to you guys later.